This is the Millennials podcast.
Welcome to the third episode of the Millennials podcast. Today we're talking about
Fads.
What'd you say?
Fads.
Fads.
F-A-D-S.
Z.
D-S.
F-A-D-Z.
Oh,
Why are
okay.
you sounding so fake?
How do I sound
Anyways,
fake?
that is Ashley. She's
Wait, what? I don't sound fake.
Yeah, you were like, welcome to the third episode.
welcome to the third episode.
You know what? Forget you.
We're becoming shock jockeys.
Oh,
Well, hello there. Hey,
Well, hello.
this is the Millennials podcast. I'm Ralph.
We got Kyle here.
that's what the
Kyle,
the
go
bump
ahead,
was
Kyle.
for.
I can't do that voice.
All right, well, that's Kyle, and this is Joseph, and
I'm Ashley.
We have a special guest here named Charlie. Say hi.
What's up?
Oh, wait,
God, that
Charlie,
voice.
get back on the mic. Get back on the mic.
I'm Charlie.
Yeah.
yeah, get back on the mic. Get back on the mic. Do it one more time.
I'm Charlie. Tell us about yourself, Charlie.
Hey, guys, I'm Charlie from Philadelphia. What's up?
Okay, restart.
Okay, I'm Charlie. I have the skin color that doesn't look like I should have that name.
Meaning he's brown.
Oh my God.
I'm a nurse,
Brown people are
a
great.
male nurse, married to a
He's
nurse.
a merce.
I've known Jason probably longer than anybody here.
True.
True fact.
You have.
And I originally approached him about this podcast because I had no friends. and I needed friends.
And now we want to be friends with him, but
Charlie is all
What else do you want to know about me?
himself.
He's a
Just
unicorn.
kidding.
I play guitar.
Yes.
My dog.
Yeah, me and Jason,
Like a
we actually went to a
boss.
competition in Colorado when we were kids.
Wasn't it like the Nationals or something like that?
It was.
We won districts and then went to nationals.
Yeah.
Shred.
Charlie's pretty great.
And in hindsight, I kind of want to forget about that.
Aw.
We were a fad band
Definitely a fat band.
with one song
With the same chord progression.
that we killed. Though we killed that song, like killed it.
With the same chord progression the whole entire time. Yeah, so it's cool to be here. It's fun.
How do you like being a millennial?
I didn't know I was up until I heard the first podcast. So
You're like, oh, I guess this is me.
I
yeah,
guess I fit in that category.
yeah. So
Being born.
I'm just chilling.
And
Oh,
today we're
yeah.
talking about FADS, fads.
Yeah. Before we get into the fads, I want to say
What?
on the last
I spelled it out before, so we know it.
on the last podcast, I said, someone correct me if I'm wrong, and someone did about minimum wage. I said I thought that it was if you worked 40 hours a week at that wage, you should be able to support yourself, basically. And my friend told me that they do strive for it to be a livable wage, but minimum wage and livable wage are different things. And that minimum wage was so that children and women didn't get paid less than men for doing the same jobs. And it was around the time of the Industrial Revolution, 1933 is when the whole thing actually came into place and all this kind of stuff. So anyways, I was wrong. I don't want to put out false information.
I think your friend's a fraud.
So
Revolution!
Brandon's not a fraud.
Monopoly was made during the Great Depression.
In 1912 was when they thought about doing it, and it didn't get implemented until 1933. Anyways, moving on.
Fads, guys, fads.
Fads.
What's a fad?
What is I want to say what is a fad and what makes it so magical that it blows up and then completely fades away?
I don't think it's magic. I think it's science. But
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I think it's in our basic makeup as humans to have that flock mentality, kind of
Okay.
do what
All
other
right,
people
I'm
are
gonna
doing for
give-
survival.
Two
Yeah.
definitions of fads. Based on the Merriam-Webster, it is something such as an interest or fashion that is very popular for a short time. Okay? That's one definition. Then there's the Urban Dictionary
Oh, jeez.
definition, which is a thing that becomes very popular in a short amount of time and then is forgotten at about the same speed. Seems about right. No.
Well, I want to hear more about what Joseph was saying.
I forgot where I left off.
Just the flock mentality.
Oh, yeah. So it's like we all have like a basic instinct to do what other people are doing for survival. And I feel like we apply that to the social environment. And so when
Just as much.
yeah,
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
we
sure.
we did
So we can survive socially and
yeah.
attract a mate
not get bullied.
from
Yeah.
doing
Be
the
in
way.
the
Not get left out
crowd.
and feel like, I
Be the popular crew.
think that's why fads attach on so easily, and then it just spreads like wildfire.
You need to be careful when you say that word.
Attach
No.
fads.
I think that what happens is, in general, depending on what it is, of course, it's something that everyone can relate to. Of course, style is not one of them, but like maybe something that's really funny that like everyone thinks it's funny. That's probably, I think, something like, for example, like a comedian, right? Like probably a ton of people hate Kevin Hart, but a lot of people love Kevin Hart. And he's not necessarily fat. I'm just saying something that everyone can like agree.
Yeah, I agree with that, because the people who are like, oh, that's dumb, are the people who don't relate to it. They don't understand it. That's why they don't partake in it.
Yeah. A lot of times a fad that people don't understand, those are the people who don't think it's funny. They don't even give it a chance.
Exactly.
Are you
For
saying
example-
people can be fads?
Sure, the popularity of a person?
Yeah, like
sure,
the
of course.
Kardashians right now.
Like John Cena.
He was a fad. He's not a fad anymore.
No, it's a fad to insert John Cena into
Oh, it is?
videos so people think they're watching something and then John Cena.
Well, would you say like memes are fads then? Like,
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I think memes are
What?
permanent.
well,
yeah.
yeah, memes are
Ooh,
like
There are
doing it
fads
like-
within memes, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
right
Yes.
there. Yeah, I'd say that too.
Like what?
Well, memes are kind of like I believe they're kind of backbones to society that people don't really realize that they're part of, but they really are part of it. Like
Mhm.
like they're
Yeah, memes are
subconscious
taking over.
things, and memes aren't just funny things; they're like serious things too. Like I don't know,
Like what? Don't look at.
I don't know how to explain it.
Like first world problems.
No, like racism. You know, like underlying things about that. Like there's I don't want to say you're born with it, but it's kind of like I'm not making any sense.
You're born with racism.
That memes are sort of like a platform to express that kind of thing.
But they're like part of like a culture's DNA. Like it's kind of like what you're raised in. I don't know. It's kind of I'm trying to sound like philosophical about this, but I can't.
It sounds good.
Because then there's
Sounds
those
good.
Donald Trump memes that are just here for now
Amusement.
and then we'll forget about it as soon as there's the
Fleeting
next guy to
amusement.
make fun of. But then they're still going to be there in the past, like, oh, remember that time he ran for president? We made all those memes about him.
It's like
it's
our
like-
own history books.
Yeah,
Unless he becomes the president.
then we'll have more.
Then we'll have proof that we didn't want him there.
Yeah. If no one wants to say anything next about that, I would like to ask why in the 90s that the jackets around your waist as a fashion
Boom.
statement, like that was a thing. Like I totally
Still
went
is
out,
a thing.
Yeah.
I
wore
totally
a
wear
jacket around my
jacket
waist,
my
and that's
waist.
like that. I'd never wore it. I just put it on my waist.
That's a thing now again,
Which is coming back.
Everything's
which is
evolving.
another
Everything
that's
comes
one
back.
thing about fads, especially I think with fashion, I think
Yeah.
is that they're popular and then they reappear again.
Yeah.
Fashion
the
and
70s
music.
were kind of coming back a little while.
Yeah, I remember in the early 2000s, I think like chicks were wearing bell bottoms again.
Dude, they brought
It
them
was
back.
crazy.
If you walk into a Kohl's or if you walk into a Target, bell bottoms are back.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
geez.
for sure.
Who said OG?
I did.
Ralph.
I want to be back in a Scooby Doo
Everything
cartoon.
is coming. Oh, I love Scooby.
Guys, Scoob.
Scooby.
Did anyone have a Tamagotchi?
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
I
Yes.
I wanted one.
A couple gigapets, and
Yeah, I had a gig.
they would wake up
Oh.
like God early in the morning, like 4 a.m, to feed themselves,
Mhm.
and
gosh.
They'd
you were actually
starve.
raising children instead of the digital pets.
I had a Jurassic Gigapet, a Jurassic Park one.
I had a Jurassic Park.
and
It was
and
red.
every time, I woke
Yeah.
up, it was a dead dinosaur with the
Every
angels,
time.
and I was
That's
so
how-
sad because it never got to adulthood,
That's how they went
And then
extinct.
I was like, oh God, when I go to heaven, will I see all these dinosaurs?
Oh my god.
Mine never made it past being a baby.
Wow.
Never.
Wow.
I would wake up and there would just be
Hi.
poo everywhere, just like with the
They
little
dissolved
with
in
the little
soup.
the little pixelated
Flies.
Smelly
lines,
things,
the smelly lines above the poo, and it was just everywhere.
Well, you ended up taking the batteries out from the back and killing your baby. So.
Oh my god.
starting
Ever.
over. You got
Yeah,
another
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I think that was like the pet rock of our generation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it
I don't
wasn't
know.
a game.
Wait,
Like,
what is that?
I think it's a little bit
You
more
know-
I think-
interactive
I think-
than a rock.
Yeah.
Like in
I
the
think
past
that
when people would want not kids, when they would want pets and they couldn't afford one or their parents wouldn't give them one, they would say here, and they would give them a rock and you just draw
That's
like
a
a
No, no,
face
no.
on
That's
it.
really a
It
thing.
was bought. They would buy them.
Eventually, yeah, they like
You could buy-
commercialized
It
it,
became
and
a
like
fad.
Yes,
created a
and
pet
it was just
rock,
a rock.
like to
Ooh.
purchase.
Full
Yeah.
circle there.
I think the pet rock of our generation was Furbies.
I had a
Okay.
Furby.
I had a Furby.
I totally had a Furby.
I
Wait, why
didn't-
do you think it's the pet?
That's a pretty
Because it's like
badass
an
pet
animal.
rock.
I think we had a
It's
lot
the
of
same
pet
thing.
rocks. Our generation had so
Mm.
many
One you
pet
gotta
rocks.
take care of, but
Pokemon was a pet rock, maybe for
No,
to
no, no.
some.
no, that's
you
a
know,
game. That's a game.
But it's a pet rock.
I didn't have a Tamagotchi because I was too busy taking care of my
reaching.
Pokemon.
That's way.
I'm
off.
saying our
Grooming
generation
your
grew up
dogs.
with so many pet rocks, and they've evolved to games. That's our pet rock now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'm pretty
No.
sure they had games back then too.
not as complex and cool as ours.
Not games that you could take with you.
Yeah, hopscotch. You can do that anywhere.
You take the sidewalk with you.
You can't do that anywhere.
There's the ground
you definitely
everywhere.
can't do that anymore.
You can't do that in the car.
Well, did
Whatever,
did
suck it.
chia pets turn
Okay.
into the '90s pet rock?
Chia
Maybe.
pets.
Chia.
Chia.
Oh
I
man.
never had one of those.
Those are
either.
still around
What?
too.
I feel
Yeah,
like
they're coming back. Yeah,
You
they
can-
totally come back.
You can buy one.
you can buy
Polar. Okay,
You can buy like a
we can totally talk about
like
fads.
a
Here
Kim
we go.
Kardashian chia pet.
Yes, you can.
I'm sure.
Kanye
Yes,
West
you can
one.
buy
I'm
a.
sure.
You
Is it
can
a
buy a
butt?
Donald Trump.
Jesus.
pet.
Yeah.
Is
you
it
can.
a is it a
You
butt
can
chia
actually
pet
give
for the
him real
Kardashians?
hair. I'm just kidding. You can make him look
Dang.
like he has real hair.
So what's
I
the
got
grass?
chia pets for Christmas one time.
Ooh, how'd you feel?
Several.
Me and my sister.
Did you have a chia farm?
No,
The
People's
chia
heads
nursery?
growing.
Is that what you wanted?
Now people just want chia
I don't
in
remember.
their tea.
Chai.
Wait, that's chai. No, chia seeds in their yogurt. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that grass used for anything?
No.
So it was just to see it grow?
A pet,
Yeah.
It's like a
It's
pet
a
rock.
pet, not a farm.
yeah.
Yeah, it would just give
pet
something.
grass.
It would give a little statue hair, or like,
But then it
Fur.
would eventually
Or
die,
cat
right?
fur, yeah.
yeah,
I would
Cat
love it
fur?
if it was like
Yeah,
fruit
it was
or
like a
something.
cat.
if it was fruit.
You grow fruit
You
and then
can't
you
grow
eat
fruit
it.
on your desk.
That would be great.
Wait,
To
I
come
want,
out with.
Charlie. What?
You've never seen a chia like cat or chia sheep?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've seen those.
That's like the popular. It's like
the
the
main
first
one
chia
I think
pet.
was like a sheep.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
And they're black.
Chia
Gosh.
pets did you see?
Go back to the garden
The head
section
one.
at Kmart.
I don't know,
and-
like.
Wait, what's a Kmart?
That's also another fad.
Yeah, that was a fad too.
No,
I
Kmart
think
was
they're-
not a fad.
They're still around,
Kmart
right?
was a staple for a time.
That's a good one. Are there fad stores? Like what happened to the
Forever
the bear
21.
place where you
Build-A-Bear?
bears? Yeah.
That's still
It's
around.
still around.
Growing
They
up-
have like a
Yes.
Darth
Growing
Vader
up, if you shopped at
Build-A-Bear.
Hot Topic, you were in.
I still go.
You
to
were
Hot Topic.
totally.
I don't know if we can.
They got some cool stuff there.
American Girl. Yeah, that was another one.
That's still a thing
That's
too.
still at the falls too.
Yeah,
There's
I think-
always
are
little
we too
rich
old?
Jason,
white
we don't
girls
even
in
know.
there.
Jason, I don't think you're a little girl anymore, so you probably don't go there.
Well, I just kind of remember seeing Build-A-Bear like all
Oh,
the time,
that's
and I don't
true.
really see it anymore.
That's true.
You probably just got older and have adult things to do now.
I always
It could
wanted
be.
to build a bear. My mom
What a cool
refused me.
movie concept. Like as you grow older, you can't see like you're just blind to
Kinda like a
everything like of
frequency?
your childhood.
Maybe
That's
like
the
a
whole-
video concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Well,
already
you know
exists.
what I mean? Like a story. What is it?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
What?
I saw this meme with
Elaborate.
Yeah.
Ray
Wait. No.
Charles
Wait. What?
holding up Fruit Loops. It's like, yeah, I'm blind, but I can see what. And then you know that slogan, so
Yeah.
I don't. Wait. What do you mean cinnamon toast
Cinnamon
crunch?
Toast Crunch is the taste you can see.
yeah.
And if you're old, you can't see it anymore.
Exactly.
Oh.
You have to be a
thanks,
kid
Charlie.
to have fun.
Can you see why
To see
kids love?
taste.
Wow.
I feel like
Taste
you're
of
gonna break
cinnamon
out into
toast
a
toast
rhyme.
And then
Like
Because
Silly
Dr.
Tricks
Seuss
Tricks
style.
also stole that Tricks uses
Tricks
that
are for
concept too.
kids.
Yeah.
Tricks is for
The
kids.
And now
Tricks
they're
funny,
just
kinda
they,
scares
they
me.
look like little balls to me now. I don't see.
I don't
Tricks
see them at
anymore.
all.
What if they're still shaped like
Yeah.
like fruit?
Yeah, but
to
we're
us,
adults
they're just
now.
balls.
Yeah.
They turn into
I
kicks.
saw a meme that said that. A meme taught me that.
Look at
So Beanie Babies.
Fireball's a fad. Speaking of which, let's all look at Lauren.
Oh,
Swig down.
Swig.
We don't know
Wait,
that. Fireball
wait.
just came out recently, so
No?
we don't know if it's a fad.
Wait, the Jawbreaker?
Yes.
It's been around for like a
No.
couple years.
Oh yeah, Fireball is a new beverage that just
Now
came
it's
out.
like super popular.
So,
Everyone's into it.
Yeah, we don't know. It could be just
Wait,
like
It could stay down. It stay
vodka.
forever.
It could
Who knows?
So wait, are
vodka,
you guys saying that something that's popular right now may not be considered a fad because
Yeah.
it could
Of course.
stay longer?
Yeah.
So
If it doesn't dissipate, then I don't think it's a fad.
The Beatles were not a fad. They thought they were going to be a
Right.
fad, and then they're like still
Legendary.
legendary.
So fads are like they just burn bright and burn out.
Yeah,
So is there a difference between fad and trend, or are they one and the same?
I think
They walk hand in hand
I don't know.
down the happy
There's
road.
got to be a difference.
Because I'm personally having a problem like thinking of fads, and because I think I'm thinking of them differently than you guys.
Beanie Babies. That's a
Beanie
fad.
Babies are fads because
Well,
Pops are Pops fads.
you can't
know, the pop
expect
figures?
those ugly stuffed
Hey,
things to
hey.
like.
They
Be
told
as
us that they
popular
were going to
as
be
they-
worth something.
Who's
So
they?
we
Who's
saved
they? Who's they?
The older people
Who's
The
Illuminati?
old people.
giving it to us. They're like, hold on to it. You know, leave the little sticker on there.
That's a great
It's
way to
gonna be
make
worth
people. This is
something.
going to be worth something in 20 years. Buy it all now.
Pokemon.
Yeah, my Charizard card's
Okay,
only
was
like
Pokemon
25
a
cents.
fad?
No, because I remember like a
still
guy
have
telling
mine.
me
I
these
do
cards will
too.
not be worth anything.
All right,
Paper.
so
My retirement plan.
I just googled the difference between a fad and a trend, and this is from markschneiderdesign.com, whatever that is. It says that the easiest way to categorize a fad is in one word: short-lived. Typically, fads last for a total of one season, but they can also last less than a month. Anyway, and then it says for trends that trends have a much longer lifespan than fads, and they can continue to be fashionable. I guess this is talking about fashion for years and even decades.
Hmm.
So a trend can last
Okay,
much longer.
so
So
than a
good
fad.
words
example.
can be fads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like ratchet.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a trend.
No,
It
I'm saying a
survived.
fad.
Yeah.
It's a fad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I feel
think
like
I get the
trends
concept.
will leave and come back, kind of like certain styles.
Kind of like bell
Exactly.
bottoms.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, like
I think
Billboard.
trends are probably more directed towards fashion and clothing, or maybe even like
It's trendy.
like
Gangnam
phones, like Apple, I guess, is a trend because it's been like a long time.
Okay.
I think trends can apply across the board. Like
Okay.
even like famous people who are like liked and talked about in the media.
Gangnam Style?
Yeah, like-
Gangnam Style is a fad. right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
All
definitely.
right.
'Cause
I'm
it's
getting
gone.
it. We should do a little quiz
All
where someone says random
Up,
things.
up,
We're like,
fad
fad, trend.
or
fad.
trend.
Brady
Yes.
Bunch.
right, let's do it right now.
right.
This is
Fad or trend.
Fad or trend, F or T?
all right.
T or F?
All right, so
F.
the first thing is
Macarena.
That's still around.
Yeah, but is
For
it
the old
popular?
people.
I don't-
is it a fad or a trend? Macarena.
I think if you go to any wedding or
Yeah, that's
or
true. They still
pathetic
play.
party, you'll find the Macarena.
Well, Jason and I were just at a wedding last weekend.
Did
there
they
was no
play?
Macarena.
Yeah, I haven't heard
Well,
of
then they were-
Macarena
Really?
played somewhere in a
No
lot. It's all
Macarena.
Cupid Shuffle
No
now
Macarena.
and
Yes,
the
Cupid Shuffle.
wobble.
Okay, so we agree
Wobble
that's
with me, wobble with me,
what?
wobble with
I
me,
say
wobble
trend.
with me.
You mean fad?
Fine,
say fad.
trend. I think it'll come back. So
You're waiting for the
I
day
do.
that
The cucaracha?
Baila toco y por el día,
Macarena, that's
I-
what it is.
Yeah.
I think the Macarena is only found like where old people are, and old people are where old people are where
Where old
Okay,
people
good.
flock.
where trends go to
next
die.
subject. Old people.
Well, because
Fad or trend?
Definitely a trend.
What?
It's
neither.
trendy getting old guys. We're doing it.
Neither.
I think
Man bun.
I think it's a fad. I mean, soon we're gonna be.
Man bun.
Yeah, we're gonna get old and then
No,
die.
And
I
then
think-
people will
I think-
forget it.
Guys, listen.
Forget
Man
it.
bun. What about that?
Oh,
I would
That's
like.
Trend or
that better be a fad.
or
I think
fad?
that's. I hope that's a fad.
I actually like it, but
Because you're trying to grow one. That's why. Oh, you cut your hair.
leave me alone.
No, I think that's a trend because that's just a way people have done their hair forever.
That was a thing. Yeah, that was a thing before.
It may not even been a style, just out of
Getting your hair out of the
Necessity.
way.
yeah, just
Cooking,
A dude
you
had
know.
long
Being a
hair
man
and just needed
and-
to put it up.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, what about
alright,
that
hold on.
man braid? Have you heard about that?
I haven't
No.
heard about
It's
that.
like dudes, but it's like a
F4T,
a
man
braid that goes up. It's like a crown
a
on the
crown.
Oh
head.
Yeah.
no,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
too much. Get out of here.
with guys
No.
doing that.
Men are not
Yes.
supposed
That's so
to.
funny.
No.
Do they put weave in it?
No. If a man takes longer than 20 minutes to do his hair,
If it's
Bye.
in a braid, he doesn't have to do anything.
Bye.
he's got to put it in a braid.
Yeah, he
I
has
don't
to
spend
sit
that
there
much-
and braid his own hair.
If he puts it in
So
a braid
cute.
and doesn't do anything, that's dreadlocks.
I thought you
All
had
right,
to do
dreadlocks,
something.
fad or trend?
Trend.
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 Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, I got that one right. All right.
Frosted tips.
Wait, what?
What
Fad, 'cause
that
I
was a
lost-
fad.
That's like a,
What
yeah, it's
do
like
you-
a late
like the
90s.
blonde-
thing.
What
Think
What
of
is a
like,
frosted tip?
Think of
Yes,
like
the
Justin
image I have in my
Timberlake,
head.
NSYNC.
Oh, the highlights. on
Yes.
the-
Highlights. Yeah.
Bleach-
You
Bleaching
have
just
to-
the
you-
tip of your
why
hair.
Is it,
I feel like
what?
Jason has done
That's
that.
really dirty sounding.
I've actually done
Just want to
that.
say.
Oh my god.
He did that. I did strips in my hair, not
pink.
the tips. No, of
Strip and
of bleach.
frosts.
Yeah.
Of blue?
He was
Bleached.
so cute.
Bleached.
He was so cute.
I'm sure in Urban Dictionary, Frosted Tips is something different.
Someone look it up right now.
No.
And then is that a fatter trend?
Yes, Urban Dictionary.
No, that's a trend.
No, I mean the definition of frosty tips.
Frosted tips.
Frosted.
Don't look it up.
They're not frosted.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
All right. Gluten.
Gluten-free products.
Gluten-free. Fad or
Oh
trend?
no, that's one thing I did want to
That's
talk
an
about. Just
interesting
like
one.
Some people are
exercise and like
allergic
healthy
to it.
living now with the
Gluten
millennial
is here
group.
to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think being totally organic
aside
and gluten-free
aside from people who are genuinely allergic
Allergic.
and have a condition against gluten, I'm talking about that whole just like that video that we've all watched it, I think, about this. They were like interviewing people and asking, what is like, do you eat
Jimmy
gluten?
Kimmel.
And they're like, no, I don't eat gluten or whatever. And they're like, okay, what is gluten? And they're like,
They all knew it had something to do with wheat,
Sugar.
Yeah.
and then beyond that, they were like, I don't know.
Do you guys think that's a fad or a trend?
I think
The
that
bad one.
is a fad, gluten free. Besides the people that
You mean
can't have it,
yeah.
but
I
like,
think it's a partial fad
in
because
what
there
way?
are still people who are going to be quote unquote affected by it, but the mass will drop off of it.
Yeah.
But there'll still be people who are affected by it. So it's a fad for like most of the people, but I think the real people who are left, they'll still be dealing with it, when they're older or whatever.
I
Yeah,
trust that. I
like-
trust that.
I think also another thing that's a fad right now, as far as like eating, is no, pizza
No,
isn't
that-
going anywhere.
Pizza is a staple. That's
yeah,
what's called
it's
a staple.
Pizza
Yeah.
It's
is
not a trend,
forever.
It's not a fad. It's a
I was talking
staple.
about like kale and quinoa.
Yes, I was gonna bring that up.
And-
Yes.
And what's the other one?
I don't know. There's one more.
Couscous and
That's
all those
that's been
damn
around
grains.
forever.
All those grains. Yeah, it's been around, but people like I didn't know what couscous was until like a couple of years ago.
Well,
That's,
it's like-
that's just culturally.
It's like what Jim Gaffigan says. He's just like, when something in the health industry drops, they're like, all right, what's the next thing we got here? Give me this green thing. What
Speaking
is
of
this?
Jim
Kale? Does
Gaffigan.
it taste bad? All right, sell it to me.
Tell them it's good for
Or
them.
maybe it's because we've noticed that there's been a lot of obese people in America and we're trying to make a difference.
Maybe.
Maybe
Lot of
not.
politics.
Get out of here,
Speaking-
optimism.
Speaking of obesity and speaking of Jim Gaffigan,
I'm
gourmet
okay
donuts.
right now.
Gourmet donuts.
No.
Fad or trend.
What's a
Bad.
gourmet donut?
With
You don't know what a
donuts with
gourmet
like
donut is?
No.
bacon on it.
They're like $5 each, and they're okay.
They got bacon.
You
For
can put
example,
cinnamon
there's
toast
one.
crunch
There's
on
a
it.
glazed one that has like
Yeah.
icing
Chocolate?
with like chocolate
And then bacon.
chips and like something random
Yeah.
like tricks.
You
on
have to
it.
live in
Or
Portland
bacon.
to care.
Oh no.
They
That
And
sounds like a
bacon.
stomach ache.
They have
though.
them
Tricks
here in
and
Miami.
bacon.
Do they really?
Ooh.
Yeah, they
Where?
have them here.
Give me one.
I
Oh
don't
wait,
know where, but
we shouldn't name drop, I guess. But anytime I think of Portland, I think of gourmet donuts, beer gardens, coffee, and riding a bike through a forest. Right?
What's a
That's
beer-
all
Let's
you do.
move there. Let's all
in
move
Portland?
there.
Hey,
Yeah.
I want to ride a unicycle.
I used to want one.
Fad or trend?
Neither.
Unicycles.
All right, no,
Neither.
just kidding. There was a time where I felt like everyone was getting a bike.
Or pogo stick.
Bikes are not. That's I don't even
I
think
don't
that's a
know.
trend.
That I don't think it's a trend or a
What
fad,
about
but when we
yo-yos?
were kids, you got a bike, and like I don't feel like kids really get bikes.
Yeah, because they have
that
those
often.
those stupid
they
hover
don't-
things
No,
that
they
don't
get an
hover.
They
And
get
they don't
an
go
iPad.
outside anymore either.
They
so.
get an iPad. That's what they get.
Yeah, they get an iPad or like a console.
They can ride a bike in the app.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a bike riding app.
You pedal by pressing your fingers on it.
Yeah.
That's your exercise.
Look,
Kids.
mom, look how fast I am.
Did anyone have pogs?
I did not.
I did not have pogs, but I played with my uncles.
EAW.
That
That
Wait.
sounds weird.
what?
You never play with your uncle's pogs?
I thought that was like, I thought that stood for.
His pogs and his
Fat-
slammers? Come on.
What kind of
Ass
episode
white
is this?
girls.
This episode is going down dark alleys.
How do you spell pogs?
P-O-G.
What is that?
What's wrong with you?
Okay, pogs were like they're like these little circles. They're like kind of like made of paper, I guess.
They're like made of cardboard.
Yeah, cardboard, and they had like images on them.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a bunch, and then you had what was called, what he said a second ago, a slammer, and it was generally metal or just a really, really heavy one. And you'd stack the pogs, and you'd slam it with the heavy one, and whichever ones landed face up, whoever slammed it, they got those ones with the face
It's
up.
like a game of marbles, sort of.
Yeah, it's kind of like a game of marbles.
like
But you kept
marbles.
their pogs.
Marbles.
Yeah.
It's like
So you
marbles
keep their
and
cardboard pieces,
Yeah.
heads or tails.
When
I
they go,
would've-
they keep yours.
but like that's not cool.
It blew up though.
It
For a
was
very
cool.
short
Yeah.
time, it blew up. There was
Yeah.
like special containers, and like
For
I had a
pogs?
really heavy metal one that like
I think I still have a
Slammed
pog
it.
holder.
I think
You
the
slammed that pog.
I
Yeah,
think
he
the
did. Yeah, he
newer generation, their pogs are, or is it pogs, right?
Yeah.
POG is
POG, FAA.
what are they called? The little spinny things now.
Oh, Beyblades?
Beyblades, right? That's the new
Beyblades.
pogs. They're basically tops that just crash into each other.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I
I,
mean,
wish
Okay.
They had like an anime show to back it up though. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
they had like a Pokemon vibe.
Beyblades was a game, so
I feel like pog is a racial term that got lost in history.
for pollywogs.
for like
Binya Pollywog.
Like it just sounds like
Give a dug a bone.
like back roots in the country.
Yeah,
banjo
it sounds
playing.
like a racial slur.
Look at that
Get
pog.
off the street, you pog!
Yeah, dang pog.
Look at that pog there.
It's like hog and person mixed together.
Yes.
You
You person
people,
hog.
you person hog,
person.
you pog.
Oh, so
Pog.
it wasn't a racial thing; it was a fat shaming thing. Then
Oh, oh.
is that what it was?
Sorry, pogs. To
So
all you
back to
pogs
the
listening,
back to the Binya
we love you.
Pollywog.
Eat some kale.
Did anyone watch that show?
Gullah
Gullah
Gullah Island.
Island?
Yes, Gullah Gullah
I
Island.
was too old to be watching that show, and I was still watching.
Aw.
I was freaked
Again, I
out
have
by
no
it.
idea what you guys are talking about.
Wow,
It was a yellow toad or frog.
Is
It
it
was,
pollywog?
They didn't have that out
Alright,
in
it was
the
a-
farm.
A nematode
was
was
a
it?
gullah gullah.
Listen, we got internet when I was like 16, so
Yeah, but did you have? I think it came on like
It came on Nick.
PBS.
It came on Nick Jr.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nick Jr. That's why.
So if you were like sick from school, you
Oh.
couldn't watch anything but Gullah Gullah Island or The Busy World of Richard Scarry.
No, you
Don't
could
know
have.
what-
You
nope,
could have.
I'm
You
so
chose
lost
to
right
watch
now.
that. Own up to it.
Was
Charlie.
Richard Scary the worm with
that was yeah.
the apple helicopter?
Yes, I have a tank that has him on it right now.
I used to watch Cheers a lot.
Oh,
That's what I
I
watched.
just
Okay.
picture you alone in your farm watching Cheers.
Charlie was too
And
old
Gilmore
to
Girls.
be watching what he was watching,
Watching.
and you were too
Young
young to
to
be
be
watching what you
watching.
were watching.
I think all I did was watch The Price is Right.
Yeah, that's
Oh
kind
my
of what I did.
God.
A brand new car.
Okay,
You know what
wait.
was a fad that I kind of don't like? That
Crimped
was a
hair.
fad?
Crimped hair.
John Cena.
Crimped hair. Is it
Crimped
crimped
hair.
hair? I know my husband. Crimped
What's
hair.
crimped hair?
Like
You don't remember that?
those things with the girls
Like
like
those tight
on
waves.
their hair. Like
Oh, those
waves.
those
Our
beads?
listeners don't know what is.
They were like really hard.
that.
hard
He
waves.
squished his hair and made that
Yes.
fart sound.
yeah.
Oh,
Just
what
like
about
this-
this, guys? Oh,
What?
sorry.
No, go ahead.
All right, bedazzling.
Fad.
Oh.
That's still going on now.
People
though.
would bedazzle their hair. Like
Ed Hardy. Ed Hardy was a fad, right?
Oh yes.
Oh.
Ed Hardy,
Ed Hardy
was a
and
fad.
Affliction.
That's just a,
I don't know what
a
affliction is,
pre-bedazzled
but
shirt.
Ed Hardy both show.
Exactly.
Didn't
if,
they have
if
like
art could be bedazzled?
jeans
That
or-
was it. Like paint bedazzle.
Ooh, what can this tiger use? Some gem eyes.
Hacky sacks. Fad or trend? Fad, right?
Fad.
Come on. Why do you get so quiet? When
because I don't know. Didn't they do that in
I
the
think-
70s?
No.
No.
My mind actually went blank. I don't
They
know
were
what
playing
hacky
hacky
sacks are right
sacks
now.
in-
I'm
Those little balls filled with like beans and beads or whatever, and you like kick them with your foot. And,
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
All the emo kids were doing that in high school.
Okay.
Puka shells.
I saw a lot of the
you
soccer.
remember
kids.
Oh, I used to own puka shells.
That you wear around your neck.
Yeah, I wore them for like a
Shells.
whole 10th grade, I think.
I did not.
Yeah, I had braids and I wore my puka shells.
Instead, I wore a bucket hat.
What?
I had one of
Which
those
is
too.
in now.
Yeah, that's back.
Yeah,
Bucket
that's
hats are
back. I wore it when it wasn't cool though.
Oh,
This is an
What
episode
a
where
hipster.
I'm
No,
going to
no.
learn so many new
Hipsters.
things.
No, I'm
What's
not
a
trying to-
bucket hat?
I'm not trying to praise myself. That was just like I wasn't cool.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to explain what a bucket hat is to Ashley.
I don't know.
A-
Okay, apparently I
a
don't know.
bucket hat is like a hat. Like, have you ever had a hat and you're like, I want more brim on this hat?
it's like a fisherman's hat.
360.
You ever seen those
like
like?
a hip hop hat?
You ever seen those like
I
Navy?
guess if that's what you want to call it.
Fisherman hat.
Those
you
like
know,
Navy
you put-
SEAls wear those hats like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
Except
a
they
hip
have like
hop
the
hat.
string on them.
yeah.
Wait, no.
Okay, have you
I
ever
don't know if
been? Have
they-
you ever been to a national park and like the ranger that's like not the ranger, but the guy that's like giving a tour? He usually has like the stringy thing and like a bucket hat on.
It's usually
No.
khaki,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
they put hooks in it. Sometimes people put like fisherman
Fisherman.
hooks.
Oh, with that mesh?
We can't explain
Yeah, and
it
then they got like
anymore.
With the
little
mesh?
holes in it. Sometimes.
We got nothing more for
Kyle's
you
like,
here.
we're done with you if you don't get it.
Kind of like just Google
No, I'm
image
done
it.
with you. Oh, a fisherman's hat.
Someone just showed her a picture.
a fisherman's
That's
hat.
what I said.
But then someone
Thank
said,
you, Lauren.
wait, you said huge brim. I'm thinking
It's
of
all
like
brim.
of
It's
like,
all brim. 360
you know, those
brim.
hats you can buy
Sombrero.
Visors.
Famous Footwear. The brim, that's a brim, right? In the front, the hard solid.
All right, moving on.
The brim, that's a brim.
Why
Bucket
aren't
hat.
you guys answering me? Hello.
I really want to talk about chongas, but I feel like if you're not from
Why are you
Miami-
looking at me and saying you want to talk
I
about
was only
chongas?
looking at Jason.
Because Jason's the chonga.
You were staring at me and
Oh,
then you were
man.
like, I want to talk about chongas.
Is that how I said it? But if you're not from Miami, I don't know if you'll know what a chonga is.
I think there's some
Should we
chongas
explain
in
that?
media.
A chonga
Like
is
who?
an acrylic wearing hoop earring,
Gelled back hair.
Eyeliner.
gum chewing,
Sharpie, eyeliner,
purple
Color
eyeshadow,
pencil.
lip liner.
Color
Lip
pencil
liner.
eyebrows. And it's not like
colada
makeup
in
color
one
pencil. It's
hand and a
literally
compact
color
mirror
pencil.
in the other.
and Brazilian jeans
Jeggings.
and,
Jeggings.
and Chinese slippers.
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I'm gonna be honest with you here. Like during middle school,
You had a crush on all the chongas.
there was kind of no other type of girl, so I liked the chonga. At one point in my life, I liked maybe like one or two chongas.
This
Yeah.
is me shedding a
Chonga.
tear for you, Joseph.
Are
Thank you.
chongas
I should
just a cultural norm, or is that style a fad?
I feel like that's
That-
still around.
Not like it was.
Mm-mm.
Probably not like it was.
No,
think
in
it-
middle school, those slippers.
I think
were
that's-
I
was
think
a
that can be
fad.
applied like the gluten. Like
Chongas
like,
are like gluten.
it was
you
a
guys.
huge fad and it faded, but there are still
make a
like
Venn
the
diagram.
diehards that still like
Die hard
that's how they
chongas.
dress.
Yeah,
And-
I guess that's the same for like emo goth kids too, like scene kids. Like there's still some of those
Stragglers.
Some of
Yeah.
those scene kids grew up and they're still scene kids. I'm like,
They're like scene parents.
With scene
they're
kids.
just like apathetic towards everything. About
Speaking
their-
of music,
Truly
I
ambivalent.
really don't like that grunge kind of faded away, honestly. I like
Aw.
grunge.
I feel like grunge is sort of on its way back in.
Is it? I hope it is.
Yeah, because I mean, all the '90s stuff is sort of like coming back. Like wearing jean, everything is back.
Cassette tapes are back.
Are they?
Polaroids are
Yes,
back.
cassette
Yeah.
tapes are back.
people are playing
Vinyl.
cassette tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vinyl
Bands
is
will
back.
are putting their albums on CD, digital, and vinyl, and some of them on cassette tape.
Yeah.
That's
Polaroids are back.
dumb.
I remember when just Kodak everything was just out, and all of a sudden now you can go to Michael's and
Urban
buy a
Outfitters.
Polaroid, yeah, and film and
It's
everything.
a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, Polaroid opened a store in a mall close to us, and they shut down. Unfortunately,
Well, they were expensive.
We have cameras on.
They were
our phone.
expensive because now it's a fad to have Polaroids and not digital photographs.
yeah, it's a fad.
So.
That's definitely Polaroid right now.
Look, a
is
real life
fad.
picture you can touch and frame.
Well, is it a fad? Because it came back around.
Then it's a trend, I guess, right?
yeah. Right? Trend. Totally trend.
That was it.
Trend.
Did anyone own Super Soakers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are those the guns?
That's not a.
Does
fad,
anyone
though.
still have a Super Soaker? Yes.
I have one.
I think it was kind of. I mean, there was like
Super
major
Soaker.
commercials every summer for them.
Again.
Are they still? I don't watch TV
Yeah.
anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
Children
still.
don't go outside again. So.
Again,
Oh, what about
I
what's that
think-
Superman song?
I think we should all
Soulja
go
Boy.
out and get super soakers after this.
And squirt.
that'd be fun.
Each
I already have one.
Sorry, I was looking at Lauren and she was doing the Soldier Boy dance, and I was like, what's that
Soldier boy
song?
up in
Superman,
there.
oh.
Did anyone have chain
You-
wallets?
Want me crank?
I did.
Want me roll.
I did.
I
I
did.
did.
My chain broke, but I kept the wallet.
Why? Okay, why
That's
did
still
you
a
guys
thing.
get chain
Yeah,
wallets?
why?
Why?
Were you
What made
scared
you?
they were going
It
away?
was cool.
I like the
Yeah,
dangly.
it was
said.
just a trend. There was no
It looked-
functional
it
reason.
looked
There is a
hardcore.
functional reason.
Oh, really?
I bought it because I liked the way
No
it
one
looked,
can jack it from you.
and that when you have it actually hooked to your. If someone tried to steal it, it would pull on your
If
belt
someone tries to steal your wallet, that's giving them an easier way to like grab hold of it. If my wallet is inside my pocket, I mean,
Have you ever heard of pickpocketing?
that doesn't happen. That only happens in New York.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
not true.
Yeah, but with the chain wallet, they could steal your pants too.
I've never even heard. I've never even heard of anyone. Do you know a person that got pickpocketed that lives down here,
Not here, but like
Ah,
around
where? In New
around the
York, right?
world.
In
No,
New
around-
York?
anywhere around the world.
or like
I've been pickpocketed in. When I say pickpocketed,
A pickpocket.
I've been pickpocketed in Colombia.
in Colombia.
okay, yeah, I can see
They
that.
stole the key out of my bag
Yep.
in
Yeah.
the hotel room.
That just doesn't happen
Wait,
here.
wasn't that our friend Paige that got the key stolen from her? Yeah,
I
that
had,
was her.
I had the bag. Didn't I have the key in my bag?
No, she,
Even if it was
she
in her bag,
holding
we
it.
were with her, and she
We
got
were
pickpocketed.
approached by a man with a knife in Colombia.
Yes,
but,
we were.
What
but
did he have to say?
You didn't lose the key. We were
He said,
pickpocketed.
"Hi."
Hi, can I have your chain wallet?
All right, pickpocketing, fad or trend?
Trend.
It only happens in
Evil.
Agrabah.
Evil. I define it
Agrabah?
as an evil.
Yeah, that's not a
Baby
problem here. So
night.
I'm fine with my wallet in my. Well, I don't even use a wallet. My money clip in my
I
pocket.
think rollerblading was a fad.
What about soul skating, dude?
you know
I
those.
think that's still a thing.
You know what's really annoying, and somebody might have it here, but those cell
it,
phone covers that
watch
have your
it.
credit cards and stuff on them.
Why is that annoying?
I think that'll be a fad.
Why
Ooh,
is that
when
annoying?
it reminds me of something.
I
It's
don't-
convenient.
it
I don't
bothers
have
me.
one.
Their
but
phone
it's
gets
why?
stolen and then they can't buy a new one because
Oh,
their
no,
card
it
was
just
attached
does.
to it.
I just leave my wallet in my car, and if my car's stolen,
Well, now everyone knows.
okay, guys,
That's
I
what
don't
you
do that anymore. I'm putting it in my back pocket with a chain.
By the time
Attached
this
to-
podcast episode has been aired, Joey no longer keeps his wallet in his
I don't
car.
think he does that intentionally. I think he just forgets it wherever he forgets it.
I do it both sometimes.
You're making yourself a target man. People know you're
Uh,
forgetful. They know.
Well, I drive a really cool white SUV. It's a Cadillac, and it's got spinning rims.
It's a Cadillac.
So if you see
Rims.
that car, and then
That was a trend.
Oh.
the license
I mean, a
tag-
fad.
well,
Spinning
they're coming
rims, yeah.
back. They're coming back.
Spreewells.
No.
Yeah, they're current.
I think just because
Drive
we
through
live
Color
in the
Bay.
hood.
Just because of
Drive through Color Bay. You will see
It's just because we
so
live in the
many.
hood, but
Mm,
and anywhere else they're not. We don't live in the hood. I was just kidding.
It's okay if they know.
There are
The
hoods
real
around.
us.
That
It's
reminds me
okay.
of the Bluetooth. I mean, not this conversation, but what Charlie had said. The Bluetooth things that people would put on their ears.
Bluetooth headsets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Trend? I mean, fad? I mean,
I think that's trend. Like a lot of people do.
It's
still
another
have it, but there
chonga
was a
slash-
bunch of people
Yeah.
that had it.
Yeah, I like that though because it makes a bunch of people look like they're crazy just talking to themselves in public.
You can also be like, all right, don't want to talk to that guy.
Yeah, but if you're still wearing it and it's like a party setting, like it's Christmas Eve and you're dancing around with
Yeah,
it, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
well, now that stupid necklace
happened once.
thing. It's like a necklace
yeah.
that has
That's
headphones on
definitely
it.
gotta be a fad.
Everyone,
What?
everyone loves that thing now. I think it looks stupid.
I've never seen that.
I have a question.
It's like a thing that
Ask
ties
me
on the
a
back of your
question.
neck, and then it's connected to headphones. So it's not really wireless, but it is at the same time.
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
The collar piece is what connects to your phone. It's like there's like a Bluetooth in the back of it.
I like it.
What about twerking, guys?
No,
that's
that's
a
always a
trend,
thing.
baby.
Yeah, that's
It's
a trend.
always a
I think
thing.
No,
I think
no,
the
no.
name of it is
Yeah,
a fad,
then-
but the actual act of twerk.
Yeah, twerking has
Will
been
last
around
forever.
for a long.
Let's
Okay.
see. Let's see.
Even the name twerking it has always that's not a new name.
Oh, I thought it was.
What?
It's not. Nope. It's
Booties will shake
Ooh.
forever.
not. It just
Beyond our days and after we're dead, long gone.
This is an
Booties will
interesting
twerk.
episode.
yeah. So it was big in hip hop,
Yeah, it was
They
big.
gotta be big.
like black culture especially.
Mm-hmm.
Twerking was a thing, and then I think Miley Cyrus kind of made
Ruined it.
What?
Killed it.
A white chick brought it out? Into
Yeah,
the
and
world?
then
Skinny one at that.
and then more mainstreamy white people, especially I guess, he made that twerking, and now everyone says twerking now, but it was always a thing. Twerking.
Yeah.
What
It's
about
not new.
swag?
What?
What
What's
do you mean?
that?
The
Swag.
act of saying it, or just like
That's an actual word in
Swag
the
itself.
dictionary.
Is
But
it really?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
that was a
swag.
long way
Guess what,
before
swag?
it became cool.
Not a
Never
fad.
Well, but it had nothing to do with what it's defined as now.
Does anyone know the origin?
now watch me.
I don't.
whip,
There's
It's-
so many.
now watch
It's
me
of Latin
whip,
origin.
watch me whip, watch me nail.
S W. Can you use it in a sentence?
It comes from the word swagacious, which means to have fashion and style.
Oh, nice.
I believe you.
Back
No
then,
one on the
Caesar
corner
had
has swagger like
swagacious.
us.
Swagacious. I can't even see my
the
made-up
the
word.
root word swaggy.
Are there any food trends you can think of? Like I was thinking of
We just did.
Surge.
Okay.
What's
Oh.
Surge? What's
Surge
that?
is
You
back.
don't remember?
Surge
what?
is back, I heard, but I
Yes.
haven't seen it anywhere.
Burger King has a Surge
What is
slushy
Surge?
right now.
Oh, okay.
This sounds
Yes.
like a
Okay,
villain.
there's a Burger King down the street. Are you
Surge is
kidding
back,
me?
everyone. Surge is
A
back.
Surge
I used to
slushy. Yes.
love
You don't know what Surge
Surge.
is?
I didn't
I don't
say
know
anything.
That's me. That's me. Look
That
over
was
here.
you?
Look
Oh,
at me.
You're the same person.
I'm
Whatever.
Joseph. I don't know what Surge is.
It's kind of like Mountain Dew, right?
What's a cronut?
Okay,
It's a croissant and a donut.
yeah, but I've never seen or heard of it until actually earlier
I've heard of
today,
it. I've
so.
never seen it.
Not a fad
It's
or
like
a trend.
Bigfoot.
I think that's just been around. I think like my cousin went to New York recently, and they woke up crazy early and got in a really long line just to get a
Yes.
cronut.
Yeah, which is kind of what makes it a fad, I think, except unless it stays. If it stays, obviously.
I got
That-
another fad.
That's wait
Food.
the cronut thing. That's one of those things that I think it depends on where you live. On
Yeah.
how popular it is.
Yeah, that's why I said not here, at least. I've never seen them here.
I've never even heard of it.
I feel like Cake Pops had a
Yeah.
big push for a little bit. Cake Pops.
Yeah.
Cake Pops. It's like Cake Pops.
Gosh, they're so annoying to make.
Cake
And they're
Pops?
really gooey.
Yeah.
Like every time
it's
I
a
bite
pain in
one,
the butt. You have to make the cake and then think you have to wait for it to cool or
you
something.
don't actually make it all the way, do you?
Yes.
You do?
You bake a whole
Because
cake.
it's like so gooey.
I think you like bake the whole cake and then
And
you
then
break
you
it down
crumble it.
and then you crumble it and you mix it with frosting.
so that it sticks.
Yeah, and you have to like put it in the refrigerator
Oh,
forever for like weeks.
Our friend Sarah
Not
makes
literally.
really killer cake pops.
She hates making them. She hates when people
she
ask
might,
her.
but they're great. If you're listening, Sarah, I still remember.
I feel like a pog every time I take a bite out of one.
Well, let me ask you guys something. Do you think this is
Oh,
like
jeez.
serious
Oh,
question now?
God.
Do you think the fads that are evolving now with our generation that have do you think we're shaping the future, or do you think because they're fads they have no effect towards future outcomes?
I think it has an effect of what little kids think is funny. Or
Yeah.
the growing
So
generation.
younger generations
Yeah.
seeing us with these
making
fads.
fun of things the way we make fun of them.
So
they're
I
gonna-
think everything
Ooh. So you think
shapes
we're
us.
shaped?
Do you think like newspapers in the future are just gonna be memes?
That would be funny.
That
I
be
would love it.
awesome.
I think everything we experience shapes us one way or another. So I think anything that is a fad is shaping. It either shapes you one way or the other. Like, oh, you think that's cool and you kind of stick with it,
Or pushes
or
you the other way.
or you're like, wow, I was stupid. I think that's what happened.
Carry
Do you
on.
guys remember when grills were like? I mean, there's like
Oh, yeah.
companies
Like
making
charcoal
grills.
grills?
I got
No,
grills.
like on your teeth.
Oh.
Have you ever
George
tried?
Foreman.
Have you ever tried putting foil in your mouth to act like you
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
Bubble
Have you ever
gum-
had
bubble gum
fillings in your
wrapper?
mouth with foil in your mouth?
No.
No.
What?
It hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts.
Yeah, that's why I stopped. I only
Really?
did it once.
Wait, would your filling fall out and you put foil?
No,
in
you-
it?
it
What
just
is
Like-
scratches on
it's
it
like
or something.
electricity or
like,
something happening inside your mouth.
Oh.
Like,
No, thank you.
forget
No.
grills. Grills aren't cool anymore.
No, they are still a thing. Actually,
Are fanny
No, I meant
packs
like the
still a
foil
thing?
grill.
I wish they were still a thing.
Fanny packs?
Yeah.
I see some people with them
Some
now.
people wear them, yeah.
actually, I
Hey,
mean, I
we
remember
can
that
bring
when
it
we were
back,
growing
guys.
up.
Yeah.
Like that was so popular,
There-
but now I'm seeing them.
there's like
I
a
don't know
very
if you guys have.
particular type of hipster that wears like neon colors and they dress like they're from the 80s. You've seen that
Oh,
hipster.
I
Short
like
shorts.
them.
They
I
wear
like
fannies
them.
Sandals.
and with leg warmers.
It kind of makes you a marsupial.
It was very
Yeah.
convenient.
Yeah. I mean, you just got everything right.
Especially
there.
for guys who aren't really allowed to have purses.
What's the difference between a fanny pack and cargo pants, though? Really?
One's in front of on top of your
Ooh, I got
groin
one.
area, and cargo.
No, I mean
And the-
convenience wise.
Well, convenience wise, I would say like the fanny pack wouldn't drag your pants down.
Yeah, and it's
Like-
detachable.
If you put too much in your cargo pants, eventually
You sold me. I'm buying a fanny
your
pack.
pants start
and
falling.
sometimes cargo pants you have to like reach really far to get in there.
Yeah, burn all your cargo pants, Jason. and buy
I don't
fannies.
have any cargo.
What about
he has one pair of
Jinko
cargo
jeans?
shorts. He has
Put
one
all
pair
your
of
cargo pants inside the pocket of one of your cargo pants and then burn that cargo pant.
Cargo pant. Singular.
That was a good one Charlie just said.
Jinko jeans.
Don't
I
know
totally
what those
had
are.
those.
Is
Don't
that
know
the
what
one
that
that
is.
had that
Again.
that
I don't know.
severely unnecessary loop on the side?
Yes, they did, and also they were the ones that they were like tree trunk size from top to bottom. Like,
Oh.
So if you wanted to shoot up your school, you'd be wearing those.
No, you can't say that.
hey, it's not that entirely.
Is that
off.
a fad or a trend right now? Shooting up schools.
Oh no!
Oh my!
I'm not answering.
Put a marker.
Probably a trend. A trend. It's a trend.
Hey, it was something that I didn't say for once.
That was so bad.
It's technically as insensitive as that comment
It's a
sounded.
trend.
It's a trend right now. Like
Yeah.
It's
It's
a negative
happening-
trend.
it's happening.
My
so-
eyes are so huge right now. I cannot believe we are talking about this.
It's true. It's happening more often than ever right now.
That's
and
true.
I really hope it's a fad. I hope it like ends now. I hope it's done.
Or
I think it's a government conspiracy to control guns.
Yep.
yep.
Really? You think they're releasing
I
these
think
people?
it's like their government plants put out to like scare people.
Did
we're
you-
officially a different kind of podcast
Did
right
you-
now.
Conspiracy.
We are gonna have a conspiracy episode. Let's
Put that in the
table
pocket.
that and have it for that one.
But before we do that, did you see any bodies leave Sandy Hook? Just saying.
No, I didn't.
Illuminati
I also
confirmed.
didn't watch it 24 hours either.
Hey, speaking of Illuminati, isn't it funny how like Alan Rickman, David Bowie, and that other dude
Died.
died at the same time? You ever heard the theory that people die in threes?
Yes.
It's a lie.
That's a trend.
It's not.
You know what else has
Oh my
threes in it?
gosh.
I can
Three-
I can pull up a
The
list of
Holy
other
Trinity.
celebrities that have died within the same time span.
Three has 5 letters in it. 5 plus 3 is 8. You take that divided by 2, you get 4. You minus 1 from 4, and you get 3. 3. It's not a
and
coincidence.
then 3 twice is 6.
And 6 3 times is
Devil.
a pyramid.
Did you say thrice? or twice?
Thrice is a word.
Because if
No.
I know it's a word, but if you said thrice, then it's not 6.
I didn't say thrice.
Actually-
It's 9.
Thrice was taken out of the dictionary. I know this from Conan. And
Who's Conan?
Conan
O'Brien?
O'Brien.
Okay, let's just
trend.
clarify.
but if we keep on trying to say thrice, we
staple.
can bring it back. So everyone listening, just try to bring back thrice. I love thrice.
David Blaine, those YouTube David Blaine videos.
Or Chris
fatter
Angel.
trend.
That was just a video. That was
But like everyone was into like the magicians.
You
or,
mean
like
like
Chris
magic?
Angel. Yeah,
Fad.
yeah.
I say
Fad?
trend.
I'd say trend. I mean, Houdini. I mean, like it dipped and then came back. You know.
True.
That's true.
Who's the next
You
magician?
know who all those magicians were pissed at? That guy that had in the early 2000s that like showed how they did all.
Oh,
the
yeah,
magic
the guy with
tricks
the
on TV.
mask?
The
Yeah,
white
do you remember
mask
that guy?
yeah.
that was so cool.
He just
The
showed
beaver
how to
That's
do
like-
all the tricks.
You
and all
broke
these
the
guys were
magician
pissed.
rule though. Like that's something magicians
That's
Yeah, of
supposed
course.
to keep
code.
secret.
He was
That's
trying
why
to
he
get
wore
that
masks.
money.
The
He's not
guild.
loyal
Yeah,
to,
he
to
doesn't
the.
care.
The guild.
These
Charlie
hoes ain't
said.
loyal to the magic
Hey, you magicians
Whatever.
out there, we feel you,
the
man.
magic
We feel you.
association.
The
We
gathering.
feel you though. Like that wasn't cool. I feel like that wasn't cool.
Nah. This isn't Harry Potter. He's trying to get that money.
Magic ain't gonna bring him back.
I respect that.
Get that money while he's still alive. The magic is not
But then
resurrecting him.
he's taking money away from all the other potential magicians. you
Well,
know?
they'll figure out new and better ways.
They
and
should've-
then he'll rat him out.
They just need to get more creative.
You know
That's
what? They
it.
just need
Exactly.
to get the Illuminati to kill him, make him
We're
one
all
of the
tired
3.
of those hoop tricks where you get the 2
Fire.
hoops and you connect them. And
I don't think that's
It's
no
really
one's doing that
complicated.
anymore. I don't think
magic
anyone's sawing
cast.
ladies in half anymore. It's not happening.
Oh.
You know what was a really strange fad because it felt forced to me, even though I ended up still liking it? Napoleon Dynamite.
I was just going to
The
say
first time I saw that, I was like, not funny.
that. Yep.
And then I saw it again. I don't even
Mhm.
know why. And a third time, and I liked it the third time.
Wow.
Mm.
I don't think Napoleon Dynamite is a movie you watch.
It's a
I think it's a
quotable
movie you
you
just quote
experience?
afterwards.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can see that.
that's
but
true.
it was funny.
Because I hadn't watched Napoleon Dynamite, but I had seen previews, and I was already like part of the Napoleon Dynamite fad or trend or whatever.
Tina.
It felt great. Gosh, it
Felt great.
Whatever I want to do, gosh.
Do you,
You're just jealous because I've been chatting with hot babes online all day.
This is the Napoleon
Slaps
cast.
let me
Let's
ask.
just quote the whole movie.
Vote for Pedro.
Do you guys think there are any like cartoon or animation fads? This is a segue.
All of them?
Transformers.
I'm gonna transition
All
into
of them?
I don't think so. I feel like
Like what cartoon is just always a thing? They all have a
Simpsons.
Well, okay.
Besides
They all
that,
gain
were
a
the
fan base.
were the
and then
Rugrats a fad?
I
Because
think
they're like
all
no
90s Nicktoons are a fad now.
Yeah.
They're
I
not
don't
gonna
think
come
I don't
back.
think you can consider shows fads because you just,
Yeah.
they
They
not
have
a
to
lot
end.
of them.
Well,
yeah,
some
they
people
have to end.
Well,
They
like
can
some were
always-
like extremely popular, and like everyone was just into them. You know, wouldn't you just
Like
consider
I
that?
think a fad show would be one that blew up and disappeared quick, like that the 2 boys on
Lizzie
Disney.
McGuire.
No.
I know what you're talking about. Zach and Cody's.
Yeah, that
whatever,
was like
Sweet Life.
huge, and then it disappeared. Like
Yeah.
I mean, within what, a year and a half? or
Like Hannah
something?
Montana.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't-
Wizards
I don't-
of Waverly Place.
I don't think so. I think those are
No,
just
that was
shows that
around.
had beginnings and ends.
Yeah, I
and
think they're just terrible
Yeah.
shows that they just can't keep going. So.
They just got popular for no good reason.
By the way, aren't we too old to like watch those shows?
Yeah, I have
I didn't
younger
watch them.
siblings.
I just knew about it.
Yup,
Have a-
but I
Yeah,
watched
sure.
them. I'm like unashamed right here. All right, guys. What about planking?
Yeah, I was gonna bring up planking.
Fad. That's a fad.
That,
F14.
that was a fad that had sub fads like owling and
Yeah,
When
owling.
we
Dumping.
are done recording this podcast,
like
we all
pooping
have
on
to go out
club
and do that.
plank. And
Planking,
take pictures.
But why-
owling,
Why was planking even a thing?
because it's funny.
stupidity.
I heard somewhere that it was making fun of like racism. Like it was part of racism, not making fun of racism.
How?
But
What?
because like that's how the black people were transported in ships. They had to plank, and you guys are making fun of black people.
I think that's
I think
just
that
like
was made up.
adults looking at it and be like, what can we do to make this a bad thing
You know,
so they can
Talking
stop?
about adults, you know what's crazy? Like my parents went to a trip with my grandma, and they went to Disney, and they took pictures of themselves planking.
Wow.
It was
Your grandma
great.
planked?
Yeah, and then they
Was she
planked
just
on
I don't
top of
believe
each
it. Show
other.
me.
They stacked
Show
on
me a
each other.
photo.
I feel like a good way to tell the difference between a fad and a trend is like a fad is usually when someone brings it up, you're like, oh man, yeah, I remember that. And then,
Yeah, I agree.
awesome. Thank you,
I
Lauren.
don't know about that because it's just like Maybe that's true for
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Well, what about bell bottoms? You can say, "Oh man, I remember
exactly.
Or skip it.
No, but
Skip it.
oh yeah, I get that.
Better trend.
Wonder balls.
Wait, did we talk about Wonder Balls?
Yeah.
I
I think we did. Yeah, we looked it up and we're like, yeah.
Yeah, let's not talk about Wonder Balls again.
Those balls.
Until they sponsor us. Hey,
All right.
Wonder balls.
R.I.P. in peace, Wonderball.
Or fad. I like fad apps. Like draw something was like huge.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that.
That's a fad.
What
All
about
download it right now.
Words with Friends?
Yo, I was a beast
Yeah.
at draw.
Until
Angry
everyone started
Birds.
cheating.
Angry
Trivia
Birds.
Crack. I played Trivia Crack against anyone I knew that showed up on that thing.
Yep.
I stopped with the games by that point, so I missed Clash of Clans. But is that a fad? That would be a fad. That would be a fad. Clash of
My
Clans.
husband
they're-
still
no,
plays that.
They have
so-
huge
Still?
commercials still
Yeah,
for that
he-
stuff.
he-
Yeah,
So that's
Him.
that's a
I just
trend
like their commercials
it's still going.
with what's her face?
with the lady.
with that really pretty lady.
Kate Upton.
Game
yeah.
of War or something.
Kate Upton. Yeah, Kate Upton.
I'm sure you do like those. They're who you are. Who they are targeting.
Male,
I
except
don't-
single.
Except I don't.
Yeah,
I don't play the app.
Yeah.
I don't play the app. I watch
If
the
you got a
commercials.
pee-pee,
High
you
five.
like it.
You're just hoping that they continue being successful so you can see more commercials.
I want to see the next commercial they come out with.
Oh,
Don't
do
stop
you guys
making
remember
commercials.
Harlem Shake?
Do the Harlem Shake.
Like all the videos that people made.
We did one at our wedding.
Or
You
chicken
guys
noodle
got married?
soup. Chicken noodle soup. With a
Okay.
soda
Getting
on the
married.
side.
Jason
Fatter
was there.
trend.
Wait a second. Like Harlem Shake. I'm pretty sure that there was a Harlem Shake before the
Yeah.
Harlem Shake.
No. I'm talking about the phenomena of doing that video.
Oh, see, I thought you meant the Harlem Shake,
No.
like the dance.
the
No,
dance.
no, of like everyone like
No, it's the
Do
video.
the
Yeah.
Harlem
I
Shake.
was
Yeah, everyone's
whatever that
just
thing.
like standing still and like waiting, and then the beat drops, and the camera totally cuts to something else, and
It was
everyone's
such
doing
a
something
fad.
crazy.
Buck wild,
Yeah.
All I got
naked.
All I
Well,
got was the image of what's that? I Am Legend. All the people in the one room.
They're all like
Hibernating.
hovering around each other.
It's awesome.
I'm Legend.
That is a trend.
That movie's great.
That is a trend.
Is it though?
Yes. We're not going to talk
you
about
better
it though.
watch
'cause
out.
Can we
Jason
talk
and Kyle
about
to
trends
get you.
in the movie industry? Like,
Oh,
sometimes
yeah.
there's
Sure.
like
Yes,
waves.
we were going to talk about that. Yes,
Okay,
how like
like
all
vampires?
of a sudden pandas came out. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry,
Penguins.
penguins.
penguins. I don't think there's more than one penguin.
like there was like Mr. Popper's Penguins. There was
Yeah.
Happy Feet
uh,
2.
Happy Feet. There
There's
was
something else with penguins.
March of the Penguins.
Yes.
Friggin'
Madagascar.
Madagascar.
Jinx, you owe me a
and then they
soda.
had a cartoon.
And then they had another zoo thing, like
oh my
wild
gosh,
zoo thing.
Enough with the penguins.
Calm down, Illuminati.
There's waves.
Why did two avatars come out like the same weekend?
and they weren't even related
Because
to each other.
Illuminati.
Come on.
And then there's AI wave. Remember, like Age of Ultron.
I think we're in
Ex
another.
Machina.
Oh, you mean right now? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Ex Machina.
That's
That was
how
a-
you say it.
And then they had Chappie also.
Oh, yeah.
Chappie.
Oh my
Chappie.
gosh, Jason and I saw Chappie the other day. We got through like 45 minutes.
No.
And then started crying.
it was like 75.
Y'all were
It was almost
Netflixing and
over.
chilling though.
It's so.
Oh, I don't think it would suck. I haven't seen it yet, but it looks like a good movie. But I can't judge.
thought. I mean, the few beginning shots, I was like, this looks really good,
Yeah.
and then it just the story just like.
I saw some cool themes in there. We can talk about that later.
The vampire trends that were going on.
Yeah.
Twilight.
It was Twilight. Then there
Vampire
was the,
Diaries.
I read the books
Vampire
before it
Diaries. All
became
of
a
it.
fad.
Just all of it. Zombie.
Bam.
I don't think
Werewolf,
zombies.
all of it.
I don't think zombies are
at
going to
once.
end. Zombies are a trend.
Zombies are forever.
Yeah.
Zombies are undead.
Yeah.
Literally.
I hope The Walking Dead is forever.
They were there
I
before
hope
Walking
not.
Dead, and then they
Yeah.
will be there after Walking Dead. Zombies will be forever.
Mhm.
And
Once it happens, hasn't happened yet.
it will happen.
It would happen.
Are you guys prepared? I feel like a trend happening now is like jungle theme. Because right now I've seen previews for Tarzan and then a preview for
The Jungle Book.
So
Mhm.
I'm waiting
What
for
else?
another preview for
Oh,
a jungle
Because
theme.
threes.
Yeah, because three's maybe like Planet of the Apes 3 or something.
There was
Hey,
already a Planet
All
of
the new
Apes
Planet of
thing.
the Apes were bomb. They were
Hey,
awesome.
I've never
Loved
seen
it.
any Planet of the Apes.
CG, amazing.
There were 3, right?
I think so. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Way
But
to
I remember
go!
watching them and like being surprised how good they were.
Yeah, and like how'd they train the monkeys to do all those lines?
Like hold a gun and shoot people. Like
And
how they
speak.
train them.
Wasn't Michael Jackson in that one?
Oh my
In one
No,
of them?
James Franco.
Are you
James-
being what?
Michael Jackson's
Ralph is
dead.
having a heart attack right now.
Ralph almost yanked his
He's
headphones out of
seasoned.
his head.
He's trying.
Can you hear?
He's
Can you hear
trying.
yourself?
I don't know which one's.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't kidding.
He almost screamed.
Okay.
Unless they CG'd
I'm gonna
an ape
Google.
to look like Michael Jackson in the background, like an extra ape.
Wow. Which Michael Jackson?
Which Michael Jackson?
Yes.
Not black one.
The 3 versions of him there were.
Dead one.
One of
Hey.
the.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's zombies, guys. Zombies are forever. Michael Jackson is
And
forever.
cut.
I'll put a marker there and ask if you want to leave it later.
I'm leaving it. I'll tell you right now.
Jeez,
I think it would be amazing if they did like a Thriller redo, and
What? It looks like he's
Wait,
right.
wait, but
I'm sorry.
Let it, yeah.
a Thriller redo, and it's like a deluxe edition, and Michael Jackson wasn't dead the entire time. He came back as a
Yes,
zombie.
That would have been awesome.
That would be great.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh. If only we can show you all what we're looking at now.
This is not a part of the new Planet of the Apes trilogy,
the
but
old
the
one, yeah.
the new old one.
What did
The
you
one
say?
by,
What did you search?
Matt
I just typed in
But the
Michael
director-
Jackson Planet, and it was like
No.
Mike
Wait, hold
Wahlberg.
on.
Wahlberg.
I'm pausing it. Hold on.
So Kyle just
Wait.
looked up Michael
Yeah.
Jackson and
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes, and we got the love interest of Mark Wahlberg's Planet of the Apes. I think Charlie said Tim Burton
I think
directed
it's Tim
it.
Burton.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, so I'm justified in thinking
No.
Michael Jackson was in
No,
it.
no,
right?
you're not.
But it was an actress.
Hey,
or
if
an
the
actor
picture,
who
if
was a
someone
woman.
already put the picture out there, then you're justified.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
and-
typed in Michael Jackson and P, and it was like Planet of the Apes.
And he's swiping. He keeps swiping to the left, and there's more pictures of side by side pictures of that monkey or that ape. Sorry.
I still don't. I
Sorry,
still don't
apes.
think you get
You're
a
gonna
pass on
offend
that.
the ape.
I don't want to offend the monkey / ape. You know.
I think this is
people.
the weirdest episode thus far.
You say that
Well,
every episode.
The last one was so serious, I figured we should do something interesting. I mean, funny.
We to dirt.
Let's hope they're all interesting.
Yes, they should all be interesting.
So as far as fads go, is it primarily the younger generations that create fads, or is it anybody? Can anybody create a fad?
That's good.
Ooh, is a podcast a fad?
I believe it's.
I thought it
Girl,
was, but
Lauren,
it's
you
still
on
pretty
point.
strong.
I believe it's gonna keep on being strong and forever.
Or we can
going
avoid my
on.
question.
Can you say? Can
Oh,
you
I
say
thought
it
that
again?
was your
Because I do have an answer, but I want to make sure I. have
Okay.
it.
Do you think that the younger generations are primarily who make fads, or can anybody
Okay.
make a fad?
Anybody?
I think a fad that is made by a younger generation is generally
Strong.
something that is stronger, maybe,
Mighty.
but generally something that is verbal, or I don't know how to explain it,
Like
but like
lingo?
social. And ones that are created by older generations are for us, but
Visual.
they're a product. Does that
Like
make sense?
Slinkies.
I get you.
Like Slinkies, like
Let's make this for the young
Let's
kids.
manipulate
Yeah.
this younger generation.
parents will buy this for their children.
Exactly.
Boom.
Yeah.
And that becomes a fad.
But I feel like
Remember
now.
the little animal bracelet things that came out for kids?
Oh yeah,
Oh my
a while ago
gosh.
that like
what were they called? They were
skyrocketed
like
and came-
squiggly bracelets. Or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, you take them off and you put them on a table or something.
Yeah.
And they're the shape of something.
They
else.
broke so easy on my big wrist.
I mean, the
They weren't-
kids
they
in the
weren't made for
neighborhood
you.
were like, I mean, their wrist was covered to their elbow, some of them, and then
Yeah.
it's just gone.
Yeah.
Those
Or-
dudes made a lot of money.
Remember slap bracelets?
Yeah.
I got one
I love them.
with
They're-
Jurassic
they're
World.
fun.
They're so fun
What
to play
about
with.
the Live
They
Strong
are.
bracelets?
Oh.
Oh.
Then you found out it was a scam.
But after a long time, but it's
Cheetah.
still like the bracelets went down before he was found out.
Has
to be
anyone seen anyone wearing those like recently?
No,
Yes.
Because I have, and it's like,
let it go.
Like,
No.
there's really no reason for you to be wearing that right now.
Or those.
My hand got really fat and I just can't get it off.
I mean,
Or
I don't know.
those bracelets that had like the magnetic thing in them, and they like helped you
Oh, help you
balance.
balance?
Oh yeah, and now
Oh
there's
my
these bracelets
God.
with every parts of the world in it,
Balance.
like water from Niagara Falls.
What?
Land from
Wow.
what's it called? The Mount Everest.
How is it like a extreme charm bracelet or
Yeah,
something?
they have like little bits,
Little
like, it's
vials?
beads with little vials in it with water from everywhere.
that's kind of cool.
That's sewer water.
It's gonna
not
evaporate.
real.
But I mean,
yeah.
you kind of have to take
It-
their word for it.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
it's Dasani.
It's all
if you had
Dasani.
if you
And
had a
dirt.
bracelet that
No, it's-
you did that would be cool.
yeah, yeah,
Like you went and got the water.
you can
and
put
you
it
got
in
the sand.
there.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
should-
that
we
would
should
be
do that.
awesome.
If you did the manual labor, that would be totally cool.
Do you guys think there's an age to which you become less susceptible to be partaking of fads?
Oh yeah.
I
I
feel
think, like I said earlier, old people are where fads go to die.
Yeah,
I
because
think
we don't
that
care.
might change with technology though.
How
Remember,
so?
remember in I think it was the first podcast, you or someone said that
About adapting.
maybe it was you about
Maybe it was
that you would
Joseph.
adapt.
Me.
Maybe we will be more susceptible to fads and things when we get
Because
older
we're-
because we're
we
more
seem more
connected.
aware.
We
yeah.
just need all these old people to die first.
But then, it's also like what I said before. It could
Can we
be
just say
scientific.
we love old? I love old
I
people.
love old people. I can't wait to be old.
Jason hates
But
old people.
Some old people suck.
Wow. I don't.
I threw you under a bus.
Yeah.
You said you just
Did you
know
get
their
that?
insides are dying, so when they breathe, they're just breathing death and decay.
You said that?
Yes.
I've said
Who
that.
are you? Who are you?
No, okay. Let me. I'm not gonna go into who it was, obviously, but there's this old guy, and he's just like he just walked to me, and he's like,
In your face?
yeah, just breathing on me, and I'm like, I know he's just breathing dying
that,
intestines
Jason.
on me, and it's kind of gross.
Oh my
Take the death. I'm breathing. I'm passing it on to you, Jason.
All right,
This is my legacy.
can I take it serious for a second?
Yes.
Just for a
Aw.
second.
Let's
Just
get
for a
serious.
second.
Okay, Dad.
Marker.
Just a second.
All right, Dad, make it serious.
Okay. Do you guys remember Kony?
yes.
2012. Kony.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That was a fad.
What do you right? But what do you think of things that are fads that are actually problems that are trying to get solved, and some kind of marketing team or something uses fadness to become aware?
I think that is.
You think it's immoral?
I don't
No.
think it's immoral.
No.
No.
I think it's brilliant.
Okay.
If they're truly using whatever they gather from that fad to help fix what they're saying they are. If not,
There's always going to be people that are going to exploit
yeah.
something that I think
Yeah.
originated as a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Good
information
cause.
did get across.
Exactly. So the,
Yes.
the big picture of us finding out about what it was happened. But I don't even know, to be honest. I hate having to say this, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Like-
I'm pretty sure he's still in power there. And
Well, exactly. That's my point. Like, forget the creator's point of view, from the receiver's point of view, is it okay to treat an actual issue like that as a fad and then just be like, oh, that's not cool anymore? Or like, I'm not hearing
course
anything
not.
about that anymore,
No.
so I'm not going to do anything.
So like, what about the bombings in France? Is that something you're talking about? Like
no,
changing,
because
like,
people didn't.
like changing your Facebook picture to a French flag, and like
Oh,
all of a sudden
yes.
now you're saving the world.
No, I
That
think
was
that's
dumb.
in support of. I mean, I don't think I didn't do it.
How
But
can you be in?
I think that's like you're just like, putting your heart out there in a sense, not by changing your profile picture, but just like, hey,
I know what happened.
I feel for you or
Yeah.
whatever.
I did it just because I'm not like, I don't have any connection to France.
yeah, I don't know anybody in France.
I don't know anyone there.
But you don't want a tragedy to be happening to people,
Exactly.
so it's like,
and it happened, and I felt like crap. Like
Yeah.
just to know
Right.
that happened, and I felt like I feel so helpless. Like I can't do anything. I mean,
I didn't change it because I was like, I don't have any like French friends, so how would they see it anyways? Who am I supporting if they don't get to see it?
yeah,
I
and I
think-
think both points are totally valid. If you feel like doing that, then anyways, my point was like, can you guys think of any others that are like where someone is exploiting something like that and the masses eat it up, and then they're just like, okay, I'm done with that.
yeah, like I think breast cancer awareness might be one of them.
What?
Free the
What?
nipple.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who make money off of that.
Yes, I think it's great the awareness that we're at now for breast cancer and everything, but it is a trend, like the whole pink thing, like the NFL that they wear a bunch of pink stuff, and there's a lot of people that do it and don't know anything about
Mhm.
like breast cancer, have never donated any money towards the cause.
Well, and it becomes
don't
like
have any connection
everybody
towards
is doing it. Like it
Exactly.
becomes a fad. Like all these companies are all of a sudden pink. For October or whatever month it is,
it. Yeah.
and
And it could
that is
just be
kinda weird.
because they don't want to get in trouble
Right.
for not being pink. It's
Right.
like, well, our company also does care about breast cancer, so let's make some pink stuff
Yeah.
so we don't seem like
And
we
then
don't
and then the whole like boobies movement.
yeah, like
that-
free the nipple, and then there's the breast.
Well, free the nipple is
breastfeed.
something different.
Yeah, we're talking about
that doesn't
save the
have to do
boobies.
with breast cancer.
Oh no, and then breastfeeding. I thought we were just talking about.
Oh, just boobs.
He's just talking about boob
just
trends.
boobs, boob
no,
trends.
because like breastfeeding in public, that's a new thing.
That's not a fad or a trend. Breastfeeding is essential.
No, but there's people fighting for the right so
Yeah, I know what you
females
mean.
can breastfeed in public and not get discussed, or like people talking to them
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you should do that somewhere else in private."
Yeah.
yeah,
So I
but
thought
I
that's
was-
where that's where you're going. I'm sorry.
no, I was talking about the whole like within just breast cancer awareness, there's all this like boobies thing, like shirts that just say
Tatas.
boobies or tatas or things like that, and it's kind of sexualized
Yeah.
breast cancer.
Yes, that's weird.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Like those bands and Hot
Save
Topic
the
that say "I
tatas.
love boobies."
exactly.
And
They
a pink
say
ribbon.
I love boobies. Like you just want to save boobs. Like you don't care about this person's life.
Like, where's the testicular cancer at? You know what I mean?
yeah,
I
where's
heart testes.
Well, in November is the whole Movember thing is for I think prostate cancer.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I did not know that till
You-
this year.
What color is
No
the prostate
shave November.
cancer band? What color is it?
For what?
You know how everything has like a color
Yeah.
band.
I'm
on
not
it?
sure.
Like, what color is our?
Prostate.
Mud
Blue.
brown.
I think it's
Oh.
blue.
I like blue better than mud brown.
I think
Blueberry.
I think the prostate
blueberries.
one should be like
Yellow.
clearish, pearly.
Oh, gross!
They
It
have
would
like
be
the
accurate.
shape of a finger.
it's light blue, the prostate cancer one.
I like that one.
At my job, I work with kids with special needs, and we but we participate in like all the months of Autism Awareness Month, Down Syndrome Awareness Month, Cerebral Palsy Month, Occupational Therapy Month. Everything has a
Drug-free
freaking
month.
month. And we come in on like a week or whatever, and we wear those colors. Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
this sounds really bad, but the breast cancer one, I'm always like, why do we even, nobody here has like, no families even do it. Like we don't have any families that have it or.
Well, it's a really prevalent issue, and I think with no matter what circumstance that's unfortunate, or no matter what event is occurring, you're always going to have people that are going to try to exploit it, and you're always going to have people that
Mean it.
want to feel like they're making a difference, but at the minimum level, like
Yeah.
the changing the Facebook profile, with the recent tragedy
fair.
in France
Mhm.
with the different colors. They want to feel like they're making a difference when in actuality they're not. And there's a huge part of them that just want to feel united with everyone else because everyone else is doing it.
Yeah.
And that's
Amen.
it. When I see stuff like that online, I'm like, okay, so this person and this person and this person, they all changed their Facebook profile. Oh my gosh, and 30 more people. Do they actually even know what occurred? Are they just doing it because they feel like, oh, something terrible happened? Let me do this because everyone else
Yeah.
online is
Yeah.
doing
They don't
it
want to
as
seem
well.
like someone who doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened with the Paris thing for sure. But like I said, the reason that personally I changed mine was because like
No, there are
I
some
just-
people that
I
actually
just-
feel genuine.
I didn't think I was making a difference at all. Like I knew I'm not
You
like
just kinda wanna
me
remind
changing
you.
my profile picture is not going to change anything.
It's a
But
connection thing.
It's
It
uniting,
does feel
yeah.
nice to say like I stand with you.
I feel your pain.
Yeah, but then there's also that other part that's like, oh, if you're in support of this agreement, of feeling like this was a tragedy, you are going to change your profile, photo to this. And there are people that don't do it, and it's almost taboo. Like, oh, do you not support everything that's going on right now? Do you not
Yeah.
care about this event
Yeah.
that just occurred? It's like if you really did care about your environment and the
You'd
society,
Give
you would
some, I don't know.
pack your bags.
Everyone expresses their cares differently, I suppose.
But
Yeah.
but as
There's
far
level
as
of care.
There's level of care.
exactly,
Yeah, for sure.
Like if I had family in Paris or something, the way I reacted to that whole situation would be completely different.
Yeah.
Is that selfish?
Mhm.
No.
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think
don't
it's
think so.
selfish.
You have something at stake in it. You can't help but feel
Something
the way you
personal.
feel at that
Of
point.
course.
I have a
Thank
question.
you for justifying.
It's not as serious, but it's like, why don't football players or athletes wear light blue to show support for testicular cancer?
Because
you
there's
know?
more money in breast cancer.
But why? Like that
'Cause
sucks, you know.
boobs,
That's
dude.
boobs.
But without
Boobs, man. Boobs.
Okay. Anyways, there was one also
Trend.
I wanted to say was a less popular. What are these things?
Fads?
Fads, where people
Why can't you get it? Why can't you get it?
FADS, got it. Where it came out with the Life of Pi, how the CGI people were mistreated, and then all the people in the CGI world or who knew about like visual effects, they changed their photos to like a green screen, so it was plain green. I don't know if you guys saw that or
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Nope.
no.
I think if you're not involved in film, you probably don't have no idea what.
But that's
what
the
you're talking
point
about.
of it. That's why it's awareness. That's like raising
Yeah.
awareness of that.
Well, I
issue.
guess
If I saw
my
someone with a
picture-
green profile, I'd have no idea. I'd be like,
No one saw
I would
my
have
picture.
no idea
I
what it
guess.
was.
I changed it.
I did.
We
I saw
all
it. I
don't
saw it.
follow you.
What?
It was his Facebook.
I thought you guys were my friends.
I'm just kidding. Not online.
Yeah, but that could have been a
So, but CGI people aren't real. How are they mistreated?
the people who make the CGI people.
Oh.
Good, Jason.
The creators.
Got it.
So what about the Ice Bucket Challenge?
ALS. Because that's a serious.
What, the ALS one?
Mhm.
Yeah, that was the only one.
Well, my dad has ALS, and I found out later that a lot of money went to it, and I'm not going to throw a number out there because I don't remember, but it was way majority of the money actually went to research and all that kind of stuff, which is great. I don't know if they found anything. Clearly not, because I haven't heard anything.
A lot of people didn't know at all what ALS was until the Ice Bucket Challenge.
A lot of people still don't know what ALS
Yeah,
is. They
that's
just
true.
know it's bad.
That's true.
That's all.
When I
Like
did
gluten.
mine, I felt like I needed to intro it to actually teach people about what it is, and not just like, hey, I'm gonna put a bucket of water on my head.
I challenge Ralph and Jason and,
And I
Charlie.
actually kind of feel a little guilty because he challenged me and I never did it.
How could you? How
Next
could you?
podcast, we will tell. Next podcast episode, we will let you know how Joey's ice bucket
In this
challenge
weather.
went, because we will do it.
Well, I want to
In
make
this
a
50-degree
good
weather
video that's
tonight.
informing everyone.
Tonight.
And I feel like it's a little bit too late, and
It's
then
happening.
everyone already knows what it
it's
is.
gonna start out with piano
Oh man,
and voiceover track.
it's gonna be 15 minutes long. It's gonna be an indie film. It's
So
gonna get some nominees.
aside from breast cancer, why aren't these fads still around, like the ALS and the Kony 2012 thing? And
I think the Kony,
Because
as
they
far as
went
the
off
Kony,
to try to actually make a change.
I think the Kony thing went off the rails when that guy went crazy, and
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like they probably could have done something really great with it,
I'm
but
sorry,
they lost a bunch of credibility.
What happened?
The main dude like went crazy and like went naked in the street, and like I don't know,
this was the guy who made up the Kony.
he didn't make it up.
I mean, not made up, but like the
He was like the main guy behind the campaign.
And wasn't there like a
He started the
documentary?
whole thing.
Campaign.
What happened basically is it blew up way faster than they were ever able to handle, and this pressure and stress and everything came onto him, and he had like a meltdown basically.
Mm.
So it wasn't really his fault per se. He really actually was trying to do something good.
just didn't know how to handle
Like a
it.
He didn't
Britney
know how to
Spears
handle it.
meltdown? Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he was naked in the streets, and I heard some stuff about like him like just like, jerking off in
What?
public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think
So
now he's back up and trying to still make a difference.
Sure. I mean, I don't fault the guy, but I feel like a lot of people like
Yeah.
Like,
It loses its credibility.
he
Yeah,
lost
yeah.
his credibility, so it was less potent
it could
as a
have probably
campaign.
still been something strong. Like there's another one that I follow. They do Love is a Movement shirts, and they have to write love
Love
on
on
our
Our
arms.
Arms.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that started off. It blew up out of nowhere, but then it's still strong. You know,
For some reason, it's strong in like
Christians.
band culture.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like a Warped Tour type thing.
Yeah. I don't know why just bands.
because
kinda-
usually bands touch people, especially emotionally.
They sure do.
Emotional people, and you want to try to
Sure do.
reach them. You want to reach people through their emotions to try to get them back
Through
up.
touch.
Maybe-
you want to
maybe
reach
that's why.
people through touch.
You want to touch people.
a lot.
The end goal in life is to touch someone
to touch someone
at least
and die.
once before you die.
But not old people,
I would touch
They-
an old person
yeah.
if that's what I needed to do. I would touch an old
because
person
then they're going to transfer.
before they
I'm
die,
just kidding.
before I die, and
Lord, I
would touch
apologize
that.
for that right there.
I would touch that person, and God would smile at me.
Oh my gosh, you sound like a fanatic.
You know what I thought was going to be around for a while, and it wasn't?
Play-Doh?
Like extreme auto-tune, like T-Pain. Kind of
Oh
thing.
yeah.
I thought that was going to be
Sarai.
around a little while.
That and like dubstep.
Yeah, I really thought dubstep was going to be like a genre that stuck
Yeah.
because it's cool, but it's kind of one of those things that starts to sound the same after a while.
Yeah.
But I think that's also along with the chonga.
But
and
so does reggae.
gluten
I mean, people might hate me
stuff.
for that. but
Reggaeton, especially.
listen- yeah,
reggaeton.
I love reggae, but you cannot deny that almost
Denied.
what makes it reggae
Is what it
is
sounds
the
like
upbeat
the other reggae.
guitar. I mean, if it doesn't
That's
have
a-
that, it's almost not reggae.
Well, that's a style of reggae. There's also dancehall and soca and all of that
Yes.
falls under
Ska.
reggae.
Yes, but
Bust
there's
it out,
subgenres
Kyle.
of dubstep.
What you know about that reggae?
There's subgenres of dubstep, but
reggae is like attributed to a specific area on the planet too. You know, it's dubstep. What is that like?
yes, okay, I can
Space,
see
American.
that.
outer
The internet.
space.
Outer
Spain.
The internet. Yeah.
Wait, it's not American. Didn't it like? Isn't it from Sweden or something?
Or France.
Oh, I don't know where it's from.
Hmm.
But
was
like,
actually-
but he's saying reggae is like cultured, and dubstep is just like out there.
You can
It was
go
just-
somewhere on this planet and find where reggae is a huge.
It's
thing,
not. Yeah, it's
you
not a
know?
fad. It's not a
I
trend.
mean,
Hialeah.
maybe we can find somewhere that
Oh, wait, no,
dubstep
that's
is,
not-
but we just don't know about it.
It's not popular. Hialeah.
So it didn't do a good job at exploiting that
Dubstep was just a glitch in the system,
glitch.
and
Mm.
I thought we were talking about reggaeton. For a second. Not reggae.
That could be on the conspiracy podcast.
Do you guys want to know the on the day history?
Go ahead.
Can I share with
Do
you
an
the
intro,
on
do
the
like-
day?
Wait, do the
On the-
Lauren's here. Do the intro.
It happened today, but a long time
gotta record her
ago.
singing it.
Hey, maybe you can just
Whoa.
use the one from last episode.
No.
Or maybe we can just use the
Okay.
one I just did.
Lauren, make
How
your
about
way
that?
to the microphone, please.
Oh, not good enough.
Your angel voice.
It happened today, but a long time ago.
whoa,
Wow. I believe it.
What happened?
What happened today,
A long
Ashley?
time ago.
I don't know if I want to share. I don't know if I want to share.
You know you want to share.
I'm just kidding. On this day, in 2006, Walt Disney purchased Pixar for $7.4 billion.
Wait a minute.
I remember that.
How long ago you said?
In 2006?
Walt Disney was not alive. That's pretty crazy. Zombies are real. Zombies forevermore.
Wow,
Trend.
That was a decade ago. It feels like
Oh my
yesterday.
gosh. That's right. It's 2016.
Guys, we're getting so old.
We're almost approaching.
Fads will no longer
10-year
stick to us
high
as
school
easy.
So when they made Toy Story, they weren't owned by Disney.
No,
No,
they were.
No, they weren't.
they were distributed by Disney.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they created Toy Story 3, yes. But
Pixar actually still has their difference with Disney animation. Kind of like
Yes.
Tangled came
Yeah.
out, Wreck-It Ralph, that's Disney. They might like get some help from Pixar somehow with like technology wise.
okay, what's
But
solely
Pixar-
Pixar? Finding Nemo?
Solely Pixar was The Good Dinosaur that just came out.
Nemo,
Wall-E.
right?
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Was it good?
It made me cry.
I really wanted to
Wow.
see it.
I
didn't
wanna
get
see
But
it.
I feel like it's really cliche, but I love it anyway.
I heard
you
it
know,
was
it's
like
dinosaurs.
their worst movie.
I feel like
I
Cars.
really wanna see it.
Cars is
Oh,
Pixar's
that has to
worst
be.
movie.
That's
Cars,
Pixar.
Cars 2, yeah.
No,
Oh
no,
my
no.
gosh,
I
don't
thought
tell
Cars
my
was
nephew
okay.
that.
It's the subsequent ones.
Yeah.
No, just Cars. Period.
No,
Planes.
I
I
saw
didn't-
2 and 3. Oh,
I didn't like Cars.
Planes.
I couldn't
don't
get
like
like
Cars.
in my head how
Okay,
they made.
Planes is the worst one. Come on.
Planes is the worst one. Come
Okay,
on.
but that was Disney.
Yeah, that was that's
That
what
was
that's why I'm
Disney.
getting confused.
Still the worst Disney.
Cars, Cars was Pixar. Disney was Planes.
Planes was Disney.
Even
Planes was
Beauty and the
Disney,
Beast 3 was better than Planes.
There's a Beauty and the Beast 3. What, they have puppies?
Oh my gosh.
I get it.
Human puppies.
Little beastlings.
With bell heads and bell heads. Like Belle the princess heads. and
Now,
then
I don't
beast
remember the
bodies.
premise, but I don't know how he became Beast again after he became human again in the first one.
I never saw the second one.
She was like, I
There's
don't
a-
like it.
And
Change
she
that.
cursed.
I don't know if they're prequels.
I miss your wild side. Let's spice up our marriage a little bit. It's been a while. I got
that
married for you
Never
for the
mind.
B side of you, man. You went and changed to a human. What the hell?
You know, it was a great one. Monsters University. No, Monsters Inc.
And Monsters University. I
Monsters University was good.
I haven't
I
seen
liked
that
it.
one.
no, this is
No,
hard.
but this is
Is
about on
Pixar
the.
a fad?
It's
We're
on
just
the
like,
day
I
history.
like this movie, and I like
The
this movie.
history. Pixar.
It's on the day history.
Did you know that?
Pixar.
What's I don't know why it's slipping my mind right now. That Apple guy. What's his name?
Steve Jobs.
Yes. You know,
Whoa,
he's heavily
how
involved
dare
in
you.
Pixar.
Yeah,
you
he
know?
was. He started it, didn't he?
They were besties.
Yeah, yeah.
He helped start
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
He was
did.
in the
I think
hand.
he did help start it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he started it.
I thought he did, but if he didn't, if he did, you know, he's a great guy.
Was.
I don't know if he was
Is-
a great guy. Everything I've seen said he wasn't.
Maybe he's
like
not
great
a great
ideas, but not a great person.
Well, yeah, that's true.
In
I'm
the
sorry.
end.
I
In
take
the
that
end.
back. You were a
doesn't
jerk,
even
but
matter.
thank you for the phone.
And it doesn't even matter.
Linkin Park.
Right.
Trend or fad?
T or F.
Fad.
I don't know. I think trend because they lasted a long time. They're still around.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, they're still around. They still
Nickelback.
I have a great fad. Do
Look at this photograph.
you remember those Chuck
Look
Norris
at this
jokes?
graph.
Oh,
that's
man.
that's a yeah, that's a good one.
That
Look at
is
this
Those-
giraffe.
Those Chuck Norris
Hey,
jokes.
Chuck
Those were
Norris.
fads.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember those? Oh my gosh, I'm
Spin
gonna
'em
look
off,
them
Joey.
up
Go, spin 'em
really
off.
I
quickly.
can't right now. Jeez,
I-
I'm blanking out.
There are so many tests that I didn't study for where I just put Chuck Norris as the answer.
Aw.
I'm sure the teacher still gave you an awesome F
Yep, but
for fantastic.
I still passed the AP exam and pissed them off.
Booyah.
When Chuck Norris does push-ups, he's not pushing himself up. He's pushing the world down.
When Chuck Norris jumps into a pool, he doesn't get wet. The pool gets Chuck Norris.
The water gets chucked, I think is the.
Oh yeah,
No.
you're right.
Yeah.
When Bruce gets angry, not Bruce our friend, but Bruce Banner gets angry, he turns into the Hulk. When the Hulk gets angry, he turns into Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris likes his meat so rare, he only eats unicorns.
Wow.
Oh my
Because
god!
Chuck Norris likes his meat so rare.
Testes.
He eats Mewtwo's.
It was like a pun Chuck Norris mixed
Yeah.
thing. It was weird.
Yeah, you gotta go simple with us.
Death once had a near Chuck experience.
Okay, redemption.
There, was that it, Ashley? Was that what you wanted?
Beautiful.
Let's bring him back.
Hey,
Chuck
remember
Norris jokes?
Chuck Norris jokes.
Billy Mays had a thing going until
No,
he
let's
died.
make Billy Mays
No,
jokes
let's bring
Billy
Chuck,
Mays here
let's bring
Oh, I
Chuck Norris
loved it.
back
with
like
another
roundhouse kick.
fantastic product.
for just $19.99, and if you call now, we'll add this extra.
Why on earth was the whole world affected when that guy died?
I know I was.
Because he was always on our televisions. He was a break
was
between our
us-
shows.
He didn't only
he was
sell
there
us
when no
products.
one else was.
He sold us his heart.
And not
Oh.
he not only did he touch the children, but he touched
them.
the adults. You know, he was in commercials everywhere. He was for everyone.
Do you want to hear a really
Yeah, he
cheesy
died.
one? Chuck Norris is the reason why Waldo is hiding. Oh my gosh, Chuck Norris doesn't wear a watch. He decides what time it is.
All right. I think we're.
I think we should talk about how our New Year's experiment failed, and then leave with that. Know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so we were headed towards some quote unquote pretty rad party.
After our first episode recording,
Yeah. And we left, we bought some booze, and then we went to the house, and it was just empty.
this guy was like a friend that Jason wasn't really friends with. He was just a guy he knew, but this guy who knew Jason invited him to a house party, and we all decided
Used to be
to
friends
tag
with him.
along and be like, yeah, sure.
We were all really amped.
And
were
we
just
get
like,
There were
there.
3 cars in
There's
the
3
driveway.
cars. I walked out. I looked into the door because it was glass. The lights were on.
The door was
People were
glass.
just sitting and talking, and they're just guys that we didn't know, and like 1 or 2
Texting on
girls
the phone.
texting on the phone and playing with a balloon.
yeah, we wanted like a really hype, like
We wanted lights, you know.
a
We
club
wanted
scene.
music.
We want,
We wanted something
get pumped.
fun.
yeah,
we wanted
To
a,
get what?
a movie party.
pumped,
Oh.
pumped.
We wanted a movie party, and we got like
Project X.
we wanted
Yeah,
we
I
wanted
got, like,
Project
into a
X,
I
movie
wanted like
party.
a Project X mix with like The Great Gatsby. Is that too much to ask for?
I know.
and instead it was like
That's
Winnie the
what
Pooh.
want.
Not even, you know, I would have enjoyed Winnie the Pooh. That was like I don't know.
Even Winnie the Pooh
That
has
was
some
a
honeys.
horror film, and we were the bad guys. We were supposed to kill.
Did you hear that?
No, I
It
missed
said even Winnie the Pooh has some honeys.
God dang, it's true. And some bees. Oh. Bzz, 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 bzz. What's that?
What are you're degrading women right now?
No, I mean like honeybees, because you can't have honey without the bee.
Anyone can be a bee.
That was a high
You
five.
need to have a bee without. I mean,
All right.
whatever.
So yeah, what happened after that?
Okay, I guess.
We tried really hard to have like a super hype New
Real
Year's.
hard.
So
We went to Wynwood. It was like
And
the art,
everything
the
was
art
we're in
district.
Florida.
closed
We're in Florida
down.
here.
Yeah,
and
so Wynwood is like this poppin' art district.
always
there's
poppin',
street
always.
art everywhere. There's little
Music
lounges.
No matter
and
what, there's people
food
there.
trucks and
hipster.
it's always poppin' and fun. And
it's really
yeah,
hard to find a parking.
and there's hipsters everywhere. We went there and there were like freaking tumbleweeds going down the streets.
You mean tumbleweeds?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is right next to the hood. So yes, there were tumbleweaves just going down the street.
We saw a couple of like people who had the same idea, and they were just grouped around
Yeah.
everywhere, and everything was empty.
And
You know what's
Joey
weird?
got a number from a honey.
Oh,
so
hey there.
Ooh, what was her name?
Pooh Bear.
Shout out to
Can you name
Elizabeth.
drop? Can you name drop?
Shout out to Elizabeth.
I
Was it
forgot her
Elizabeth?
last name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but she
Don't
wrote
say
it.
her last name.
Oh, I'm sorry, but
Just give her phone number too.
all right, yeah.
And her IG.
Did you
And
ca-
yeah, she gave me her phone number.
Yeah.
Did you call her though?
I
Might
didn't.
I add that we were just at like a stop sign.
Yes.
And
Desperate.
And Joey said, "Happy New Year."
I was about to
She was
drive
like,
off. I was
"Give me
about to
your
drive
phone."
off. And
Have me.
She's like, "Oh, hey, you guys came here to have fun?" And I was like, "Yeah, but there's nothing." It's like, "Oh, well, let me know if you find a house party. Let me have your number."
She's
And
like,
then I
I'm going
gave
to
her my
Story
phone.
and Space, and I'm gonna go to. She like name dropped 5 different clubs.
I heard they have cake
No.
pop.
And I was like, oh. She didn't do that. Did she? I don't remember. The
Anyway,
name
so
dropping.
we drove off, and we were like indecisive for a while, and
Long while.
and then we decided to go to some random park that none of us have ever been to.
None of us.
But it's right on the water, so that was nice.
And there's
It
like
was across a big party. Like there's Bayside, and
yeah,
that's where everyone was. That's where everyone
Pitbull was
was.
performing in Bayside, and you can kind of feel the energy.
which
from
we
that.
didn't know at the time. Otherwise, we probably would have tried better to be over there.
Earlier. Yeah.
Anyway,
Instead, we were like, let's stand
Let's just
across
find
the
this
water from
We didn't
everybody.
we didn't know there was anything gonna happen. Like
Exactly.
fireworks. The reason we stayed there is because we saw some like families from not here, and they were just sitting down picnicking, having the crowns of
And then the
years
sprinklers
of-
came
yeah,
on.
yeah.
The
And
sprinklers
then
were
like
coming
at
us.
11:48, yeah, the sprinklers turned on and they ran away. And
I want to emphasize Kyle's point about how hard we were trying to go for a hype night. Like,
Yeah, we really wanted
I
it.
am not even that person that's like, yeah, club. I'm not that person. And I was
Lauren
like,
and
I want to
became
dance.
chungas that night.
We were just in a mood.
I
We
wanted
were
to
in a
sweat.
mood.
Dresses.
I wanted to sweat.
I just wanted to turn
And
up.
We wanted to twerk.
And
You
we
wanted
s-
your sweat mixing with other people's
We
sweat.
just
Yes.
A little bit, yeah.
Yes, and
A
we
little bit of-
sat in a park with beer and with
Burr.
sprinklers on
And
and
With
sad
families
moment.
getting sprayed with water.
little kids
heels.
and dogs.
You
And
guys
then
couldn't.
Joey broke a beer bottle like a homeless person in the park.
Next to a homeless
That was my
person.
last fail of the year, and then my first fail was when I went to high five Bruce and he didn't high five me.
Because
You
Bruce
guys-
does not high five.
You guys didn't.
He's like Chuck
Couldn't tell
Norris.
because of the sprinklers, but I was crying the entire time.
I remember at one part of the night I was like off up by myself with a beer, just staring into the water, and I'm like,
I think that was all of us
and
at
I'm
one
like,
point
I
that
guess
night.
this is how this year's gonna be.
Yeah, you were sort of depressed in the car. Joey and I was kind of worried about you.
No, but then after
I
all
was
that,
just sleeping.
after the new year, we all gathered in the parking lot, and you actually came up with the idea to go to pizza, and I was really proud of you.
We're like, yeah.
Oh, then we had Kazoa.
That was some redemption
That
there.
was
Well, I guess
great.
we'll
Pizza
have
that was
pizza to make
open
it better.
24/7.
Pizza always makes it better.
Kazoa, sponsor us.
They're huge
we
slices.
love you and your huge chicken wings.
Yo, huge,
Yo, huge,
pizza
yo,
slices.
huge everything.
Everything.
Yo,
If
huge
Kazola
cheese.
was a girl,
I'd be on top of that.
built like a brick house.
She'd
be
be
a
married
pog.
already twice.
She'd be a pog.
Me. She'd be a pog.
Watch it bounce.
A person hog. Or
Watch it bounce.
all kinds of pogs, you know?
Oh, I think we should wrap
pog
it
that
up before
everyone
we
would want to collect.
offend anyone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't want to offend those pogs out there.
We hope you guys
Oh my gosh.
we hope you guys like long podcasts.
And long everything.
Charlie should sign it off. Go.
Bye.
See you later.